I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, yeah. Baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious, I'ma go cause some pain, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, I'll live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life. I don't really know what comes next. I'm just doing my best, even though I'm so stressed out. Everything just feels like a test that I fail, so depressed when I can't seem to get out. But something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Fuck your lies, I'll do what I want. The gas in the back, never left. She's so bad at the gym, hit the bag. The gas in the back, never left. She's so bad at the gym, hit the bag. The gas in the back, never left. She's so bad at the gym, hit the bag. The gas in the back, never left. She's so bad at the gym, hit the bag. I'm inspired by thirst, I'm inspired by worth. I desire your worst, so you can just hide while I work. I ain't tired, you first. I'll write a second, third verse about the lies you go disperse. You never did shit, I know it hurts. Something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Fuck your lies, I'll do what I want. The gas in the back, never left. She's so bad at the gym, hit the bag. The gas in the back, never left. She's so bad at the gym, hit the bag.
Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. 365, we making up plays. You talking the game, get you to the days. We're out in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.
Welcome to the All Sports, All Plays College Breakdown. I am Ray Cruz. My man, Dre, will be here momentarily. Let's welcome y'all to the show today. Welcome to the show. This is the big college breakdown show. We got number 10, Penn State versus number 5, Michigan. We're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about number 9, Ole Miss versus Auburn, the state of Auburn's football team. We're going to have a little bit of discussion about that. Number 19, Kansas. We'll go into Oklahoma, and we're going to talk about the downfall a little bit of Oklahoma today. That game's at noon today. We got another big game here coming up. Tennessee versus Alabama today. Tennessee ranked in the top 8 of the ESPN's poll going up against number 3, Alabama. Alabama has dropped from number 1 to number 3 out of that performance. I guess ESPN's doing their ESPN rankings with their performance. So, that's going to be a little bit of tough thing here. My main man, Dre's texting me right now. Okay, let me resend him the link here. Hold on 1 second. A little bit of technical difficulty. What happens when you do a live? Live show here. Sometimes you get technical difficulties bringing in your guests, your hosts, and stuff like that. So we're bringing him in too. So welcome. Yeah, we had some good stuff coming up here in this ball game today. We want to welcome everybody to the show. Let's take care of little bit of some business here. Also, you can see down below, I just put up college all sports, all college breakdowns every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Roku TV, and Tiki Live at the All Sports, All Plays Network. If you look it up there, you can find it there. Also, give it up a little bit here. If you're on the Facebook, if you want to send us some stars, send to All Sports, All Plays some stars here. These stars will help us earn money to make more content. If you like all our content that we have, it costs a little bit more money to get these contents up and running and adding more stuff to our shows. And during the broadcast, adding some more graphics and stuff like that, but it costs a little bit of money. So if you want to help us, is it a way you can contribute? If you like our content, you can support by sending stars. So it helps this All Sports, All Plays Network keep this funding going and keep great shows and great content and adding more stuff to the network. So if you're on Facebook, send some stars there. So we get that out of the way. So welcome to the show once again. I am Ray Cruz. I am your host. Dre is on the way here. We're trying to get him into the thing. We're getting the links right now set up for him. Hopefully he'll be in here in a few minutes. But we got a lot of stuff coming down the pipe here on the All Sports, All Plays Network. Right now we're on Roku TV. We will be on Apple TV soon. We'll be on all the LG, Webos, smart TVs. So we got a lot of stuff coming up here on the All Sports, All Plays Network. We got a college breakdown. We got the college football show today, the pregame show. Oh, yeah, coming up tomorrow. If you like the NFL pregame shows, the touchdown crew comes on at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. They'll take you up to about 11:30 before game time of the NFL Network. They'll discuss the NFL thing. So college breakdown later on today at 2 o'clock. At 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have Red Kingdom, the Kansas City Chiefs, all about the Kansas City Chiefs. You want to know about the Kansas City Chiefs upcoming game? You tune in to Red Kingdom at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the All Sports, All Plays Network. Later on at about 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time is Unscripted with Jay and his crew. If you want, they'll talk about the baseball. They'll talk about the baseball playoff. They'll talk about college football. They'll talk about a little bit of NFL. So if you like that show, that comes on at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So get that a little bit out of the way here for the day. So we got some big games coming up here. We're going to be covering some of those games and much, much more here on the All Sports, All Plays Network. I'm going to go ahead and take a break. and we'll get it all set up for the college breakdown. We'll start breaking down. The first game we'll break down, number 10, number 5. Michigan versus Penn State at the Big House. That is coming up here on All Sports, All Place Network.
All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making the plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. Network. We on top of our game. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays.
What did you say?
I said Kobe Bean Bryant has been overrated ever since he passed away.
Now, I'd say they could lose about 4, but I don't see them losing 5. You know what I mean?
All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays.
This is the Fox D Streaming Network. Register to come on our channel at foxdnetwork.com.
Welcome back to the All Sports, All Place College Breakdown. Now is the time of the show. The man, the myth, the Florida Gator of the show. He's bringing his chomp all the way from St. Louis, Missouri. Dre Montez. Welcome, brother.
What's going on, man? What's going on?
Godfather of Florida Gator football. All right, I'm gonna tell you what. You picked your team. You didn't pick your team this week, and they won. Are you gonna pick against your team this week so they can keep winning? Are you that superstitious?
Yes, I am. If it's not broken, don't fix it.
All right. So in that ham, drum roll. Ready to see the pick'ems from last week?
Go. Let me see what you got.
Dre, you finished above 300. You have 3 games above 500, 27-24. I'm loving games over 500, but I only picked up 4 games on you. Okay. 4 more games added to it. You ready?
Right. Still in it. We're still in it.
This is you. 262 to 124 to 281 to 105. So you got a few more games you got to catch up here. So this week we're going to do a little bit of, probably give you a little bit more catch up time. You caught up a little bit, you know. But I picked up 4 more games on you. So I'm almost up by 20 on you. So, you know,
it's a big weekend. Next 2 weeks, next 3 weekends are huge.
Oh yeah, we got a lot of things here. We're gonna start with today. We're gonna go with number 10 Penn State at number 5 Michigan at Ann Arbor. So when you look at this game here today for Penn State, this is a big game for Penn State. Penn State comes in at 5-0, 2-0 in conference play. Michigan is 6-0 and 3-0 in conference play. So both teams are undefeated, come into the big house up at Ann Arbor, Michigan. How do you look at this ball game today?
I mean, I think both of these teams are in familiar territories. I didn't think the record doesn't reflect either team right here coming in. I think it's more of history in what we remember what these schools used to could do. I didn't see Michigan having this record coming into this matchup. This is one of those years that Captain Khaki Pants did not expect. All the naysayers think Michigan probably met their peak performance last year, considering what they lost and what came back in the schedule. Same thing with Penn State. They've had a lot of high hopes. I think 2 years ago, Penn State was really expected to do well. This year, I think this matchup here, I didn't expect to see this record with both teams coming in here. I think the game is bigger for Michigan than Penn State, and I know everybody loves to see this matchup. The fact, the time of the day, the time of the year, this being part of that rivalry week about to start. The next few weekends, going to see some interesting matchups, and this is one of those matchups that a lot of the Michigan fans and the Nittany Lion fans would like to see, but this is not a 1985 or 1997 matchup. This is 2022, and both of these teams are coming in this matchup with a record I didn't expect either one of them to have. I think this game will be decided late in the second half because both teams are going to come in very timid in this situation.
Yeah, I agree with you in that. But if you look at it, offensively and defensively, Michigan's got the advantage on the defense because they only given up 247 yards per game. Penn State's given up 341.8 per game. Offense is pretty much even. A little bit slight edges on total yards for Penn State, for Michigan with 458.7, 443.6. But Michigan has got the advantage on points per game, 43.0, and also the advantage on defense, giving up 11.3. On the other hand, Penn State's only scoring 34.4 and giving up only 14.8 a game. Is this going to be, if you look at these stats, will this be a defensive battle or will this be a kind of a mixture for Michigan here? Will Michigan dominate on the offensive side?
It's been a long time since we've seen a Big Ten team come in here and attack the game in the air. It's been a long time since we've seen that. This would definitely be a defensive battle, one with mistakes. Whoever makes the most mistakes is going to lose. And the defense on both sides is waiting to see who's going to make their mistakes. And when teams make mistakes, to win, you let them make the mistakes. Don't correct them. Let them keep making mistakes. And I think what you said, those some good defensive numbers with both of these two teams. Michigan does have the upper hand, but I think the Nittany Lions does have that surprise factor. That's why I'm saying that second half is going to be real key. But in Big Ten football, clock management and field goal kickers are key.
Yeah, that's true too. And you talk about turnovers and stuff like that. So I mean, if you look at the series record between the two teams, Michigan leads the series 15-10. But Michigan is favored by 6.5, according to all the betting people.
That over last year. How bad did Michigan beat them last year?
Last year? Oh, you put me on the spot, bro. I gotta go back and do some research. I gotta go back and do.
While you doing that, I want to piggyback on something here. I think Michigan's defense was much better than the Michigan defense this year. But the defense this year is hitting on what the defense didn't hit on last year. They are correcting mistakes in the game. Last year's defense didn't correct the mistakes until the week later. It's too late then. So they got a very quick turnaround on recognizing the mistakes on the defense in game play that I've recognized this year with this Michigan football team. But the defense last year was much better. But the defense this year has a much better turnaround to understand where they made the mistake at while the game is being played instead of watching the game film and correcting it the following week.
To answer your question, Michigan won 21-17.
See?
Last year.
Field goal kicker. Same thing again. It's going to come down to the kicker in second half play. Yeah, because there's no inclement weather that's coming into play in this matchup today.
Let me turn my hat into the weather forecast realm here. I can be a weatherman sometimes too.
So like family guy, Ollie, what's the weather gonna be like? Black you weatherman, Ollie. It's cold.
Yeah, it's gonna be 52 degrees.
Oh, that's football weather. Brisk. Bring it.
It's gonna be brisk, but they said no rain in sight. It's just gonna be a clear day, 52 degrees.
Coffee and cognac. Oh, there it is.
Over 110,000 people at the big house.
There it is.
But if you look at, you touch the bases, you want me to look at the last year's score. But listen, let's break that game down here by points in the quarter. Penn State was leading after the first quarter 3-0. Mm-hmm. Penn State was leading 6-0 until a touchdown by Michigan in the second quarter. Mm-hmm. So Penn State won the first quarter. Michigan won the second quarter with score 7-3, with 7-6 at halftime. Mm-hmm. Penn State, Michigan came out at halftime, scored 7 points. Penn State didn't score in the third quarter. But Penn State did score 11 points in the fourth quarter to their 7.
Mm-hmm.
So Penn State was leading all the way up to that end, and then Michigan, and then Eric All 47-yard pass from Kincaid McNamara to Eric All at 47 yards, 6 plays, 75 yards, 2 minutes and 26 seconds for them to take the lead, and that was at the 3-minute and 29 mark.
A crazy sequence of plays with a call and a play. There was something weird that happened in that game last year in the fourth quarter. I do remember that because Penn State had a shot to win that game.
They were winning all the way up to the 3-minute and 29-second mark when Eric All that 47-yard touchdown.
Yeah. Penn State had that game, but it was a call. I don't think it was controversial. Something happened.
Yeah, and if you look at it, Michigan running back Blake Corum versus Penn State run defense. Corum has run for 500 yards for nearly 6 yards per carry and 4 touchdowns over the Big Ten games. He is ranked 3rd in the FBS with 735 yards rushing, including 19 yards run in every game, and 2nd with 11 scores. Penn State is giving up just 79.6 yards rushing per game, ranked 5th in the country. Who's going to win the battle today on the run? Will it be Blake Corum or will it be Penn State's run defense?
I think Penn State, their run defense is good. Run defense. Michigan is pretty good too, but as far as the continuation of trying to pound the rock, even though it's not working, I think Penn State is going to continue to pound the rock and try to get mashed potatoes out of spaghetti. They're not going to give up. They're going to try to keep pounding it, and it may pay off later on in the second half. But overall, I think Michigan run defense is going to be a little bit better than Penn State's run defense. But Penn State is going to keep running that ball, though. They're going to keep running that ball. They're going to run the ball way more than Michigan.
Right. And then the players to watch is for Penn State is quarterback Joey Porter Jr., the son of Pittsburgh's great Joey Porter, was named Big Ten top defensive player at midseason by the Associated Press. Porter ranked 2nd nationally with 10 pass breakups and an impressive total because teams don't throw his way often.
No,
is Michigan going to stay away from this Joey Porter Jr. today?
I don't think that's Harbaugh's plan. I don't think he looks at the intangibles of the game like we as the fans, like, oh, he's going to stay away from this guy because he knows this. He's going out here with a football game plan, Michigan-style football. Again, this is not a aim-high type passing attack arsenal. We're not going to see what we saw Thursday night in college football with this matchup. It's going to be a lot of tight ends, a lot of play action, a lot of running the ball. Big Ten football the way it should be. I don't see him going outside of the box. Now, on the other hand, I can see Penn State being aggressive on the quarterback and then taking away the run and doing a little bit more better coverage of the double tight end set or the single tight end set. If they do that, then they can get him to throw the ball. But other than that, I don't see them, as far as Michigan attacking, throwing the ball. I don't see that in them today.
Yeah, and then if you look at Michigan, their player of the game, watch this. Quarterback J.J. McCarthy, the sophomore, is starting against a ranked team for the first time. McCarthy has completed 78% of his passes, ranked number 1 among FBS quarterbacks. Penn State has allowed opponents to complete just 49.6% of their passes, lead the nation. So that's going to be an interesting play. If they stay away from Joey Porter Jr., that means they're only playing half the field.
Yeah, I don't think no team. I mean, we've heard teams in the past that have done that. We've seen all the college films and stories about games in the past, what the offensive philosophy was versus the defensive philosophy and how the players felt. We know games have happened like this before in the past. I don't think it's that big of a deal to stay away from Joey Porter Jr.
Now, we got some interesting facts and figures in this ball game. Michigan and Penn State are meeting as a top 10 team for the first time since 1997. And 3rd time in the series. Penn State running back Karen Allen and Nick Singleton are averaging a combined 153.2 yards rushing per game. Singleton, who leads the nation with 5 runs of at least 40 yards, was named the Big Ten best first-year freshman in the Associated Press Big Ten midseason awards. Nittany Lion has held Northwestern to 31 yards rushing on 28 carries, which is no big deal.
Right.
But Penn State has 11 takeaways over the last 3 games and leads the Big Ten with a -6 turnover margin. But if you look at the Wolverines eyeing this big number, 7-0 start for the first time since they have won their first 10 games in 1973 and 1974 season. Does Michigan get the 7? We're going to talk about that here in a minute. McCarthy threw for a career high of 304 yards last week against Indiana, but it was Indiana, no big deal. Michigan has 14 sacks and 21 tackles for loss over the last 3 games, along with the total of 18 total quarterback carries. The Wolverines, top-ranked Alabama, are the 2 FBS teams that are ranked among the top 10 in scoring offense and defense. Today, does Michigan get their 7-0? And would that mistake of 1973 and 1974 season be in the past if they reach the 7-0 today?
It's very high possibility that Captain Khaki Pants and Michigan Wolverines go 7-0 today. But here's the thing. Both of these teams, that being Penn State and Michigan, will have to get over early turnovers, early failures. If they can get over the hump, as I said, this game will be won late in the second half, and Michigan has the ability to do that. But if they can't get over those early fails in the game, the red zone picks, giving the ball up in a bad field position, they get over that, bad play call, and we know that's Captain Khaki Pants. That's going to happen. But, yeah, I got Michigan winning this game. Close game, probably the same score as last year, 20-17.
You got Michigan winning. I said Penn State goes in and Ron Franklin gets the upset at Ann Arbor. I'm going Penn State today.
You got to hit the button when we have an upset alert. Upset alert.
Well, that's something we got to add. We got to add to the budget. Oh, since you said that, let's do this real quick here. Dre wants to add a buzzer. We can't add a buzzer unless you send us some stars and make that happen. That's how we get better content on the Facebook. If you're on Facebook, send us some stars, man. Because Dre wants to add a buzzer. I can't buy the buzzer because I have no funds. So we need to buy the upset buzzer here. So that's when you come in. You can help us get these buzzers and stuff here on the show if you send us some stars.
Do your part. Do your part. Do your part.
Hey, man, we like to have fun on this show, We got the hands, we got the hair, and we got no hair. Hey, we even got a turkey shirt.
Hey, and the Navy turned 243 this week, and it's my high school homecoming today. Woo, 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 woo.
And how many years you been out of high school?
Since 89.
Okay. I'm only 2 years behind you.
Long time, but I go every year like I'm still in high school. And here's the crazy thing. I went to Sumner High School, the oldest African-American high school west of the Mississippi. We don't even have a football team anymore, but we still go to homecoming. Cigars, and coffee.
So what kind of game did they do for homecoming? Soccer?
No. Listen to good hip-hop and R&B, barbecue, telling old stories, looking at the cheerleaders back in the day. See who still got an ass and don't. You know how we do when we get together. We got to reminisce.
Yeah, true. So you go back and say, "Hey, I'm a big star now."
No, it's some big stars. I went to school with. It's people way up there, way up the food chain line. I'm a little bitty person over there, little bitty person.
Okay, all right. Let's go to the next game here. What is the state of Auburn football? Auburn got blown out by number 1 ranked team, Georgia. Well, at the time, they were number 2 ranked team by ESPN, but they were number 1 ranked on the All Sports All Plays ranking. We don't do what ESPN is doing. ESPN is doing their rankings based on performance. Because if you look at the performance, Alabama barely beat Texas A&M. They dropped from number 1 to number 3.
Thank you.
I figure, back in the day when they do these rankings, they didn't move nobody out of that spot unless they lost. So, right. These rankings are like going up and down. It's like Russian roulette at ESPN.
They don't know what to do. To do.
Number 9 Ole Miss is playing at home against Auburn. Mm-hmm. It's just, if Auburn loses this game today, do they fire the coach on Monday?
What's Auburn head coach name again?
Herrick.
This is his second year, right? Or third year?
I think it's his third.
Third year. Yeah, he gone. There's certain games you can't lose in college football. I don't care what your resume speaks of. Any collegiate job you get in sports, the president, the alumni, athletic director, somebody is telling you something about who you are not allowed to lose to. I don't give a fuck what happens. Don't lose this game. I don't care what's going on. Certain games you cannot lose. This is one of those games. It's one of those games. And especially if he has his guys, his coaches, his players, there are no more excuses. When I take away the excuse and you still have one, it's time for you to go. It's time for you to go. It's time for both of these schools to step up.
Yeah, because his name is Harrison, Hrsin.
Yeah.
He said Ole Miss presents many challenges. That right there sounds like a coach that he doesn't know what he's doing.
He's giving up.
And you know what's so bad about it is they turn to a quarterback who is a former baseball player that played at Oregon, and Ron Ashford. He's 59 out of 123, 874 yards, 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions.
What the hell?
He is 50. Listen to this. He is 59 out of 123 for 874 yards, 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and we are in week 7 of college football.
That's not mathematically possible. Carry the 1, divide that, minus somebody getting fired. Whose idea was this? Somebody must be hurt. Somebody's not telling a story, or somebody can't read a playbook. There's something not making sense right there. I'm not buying it.
But you got a baseball player playing quarterback. So I wonder if he's playing. Because he plays shortstop for baseball.
He has an arm. He has range like a stove. Okay.
Okay. But when I was listening to the Georgia and Auburn game in the car Ubering last week, Georgia's broadcast team was like, "Dude, this guy could run. He's got legs." But Auburn's coach don't use Bixby like he's supposed to. He has 79 carries for 345 yards and 4 touchdowns.
A lot of college coaches doing that crazy stuff, not using players the way they should be used. If you see the scouting report where you got this kid out of high school, or you saw the game film, you saw him do his best at that position running that particular play. Why are you going against the grain?
The problem is this coach don't know what he's doing because the key to the whole play is this. Listen to this. This is his comment. Auburn Harrison says Ole Miss presents many challenges. How many coaches have you seen come out and say a team presents many challenges but don't describe the challenges?
Not out loud. You say that. That's pillow talk to your wife. What you say, honey? Nothing. Go back to sleep.
All right. Dre likes the over and under things in the betting world. Dre, will you take the over of 55.5 in this ball game, or will you take the under?
Taking the under in that.
You sure?
Sure, yeah. The under for sure. Yeah, no way over 55. No.
Well, the team
from 2 years ago. This is my ultimate last year.
But if that is combined with both scores, if Auburn meets their 20.3 per game, and Ole Miss meets that 39.7 a game, that's over the 55.5.
Right. But these two schools know each other, and I know the over/under is both scores combined. Thank you, Professor.
Okay, you ready for this? Now you think the defense is going to show up, because if Auburn's defense shows up, they give up 25 points, but Ole Miss only gives up 14.5. So that's the under.
Right. Mm-hmm. I'm still going the under in this matchup. I really am. I think you let it off saying about the coach what the coach said. So the game plan is going to be a ride. This could be one of those game plans where he told the defensive coach, it's on you. We're going to let the defense dictate the game. That really gets the the youngsters going, especially the incoming guys that get a chance to play this year, the underclassmen, as well as the juniors and seniors that are about to leave, whether they're going to play on Sundays or not. This gets them excited. When you let them know this game is based on you guys, whatever you guys do, we're going to follow your lead. That motivates a team. Let's go, coach. My mama here, my first girlfriend, and my new girlfriend here. I'm ready.
Well, if you look at the last 5 games for Auburn, go back to they played San Jose State. They won 24-16. That was on September 10th.
Mm-hmm.
September 17th, they lost to number 22, then number 22 Penn State, 41-12. At home. Then they play Missouri. They beat Missouri in overtime 17-14. That was on the 24th of September.
That was that fumble at the 1-yard line, wasn't it?
That was their last win. They haven't won in the month of October yet. They lost to LSU 21-17, and they lost to Georgia 42-10.
So what you trying to say, right?
I'm trying to say this guy's losing in October, and it's going to continue this week.
Yeah.
How many times have you said this about Auburn football in the past 5 or 6 years that Auburn is winless in October?
That's become a big problem for them Auburn Tigers. Just some teams like next month, there's certain teams out west that have a problem playing in November, and Auburn is one of those teams that has problems playing in October. It happens.
All right, let me get your opinion here. Temperature today, I'm going to turn to the weather guy. Temperature today is going to be cloudy and 60 degrees in Oxford, Mississippi today.
Oxford, Mississippi. Beautiful women. Beautiful women.
All right, so we're talking about all this. Dude, you ready for this? I'm going to give you the ESPN analytics, the matchup predictor for this game.
Uh-oh. Big word, analytics.
Auburn is 14.9% chance to win this game today.
I like that.
And 85.1 for Ole Miss.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is going to be the problem for Auburn today. And I'm going to give you a couple of them here. It ain't going to be the quarterback. It's going to be Jukins. 96 carries, 581 yards, and 8 touchdowns.
You said 96 carries and 500 yards?
581 yards.
Hey, he moving. He moving.
Oh, he's moving.
That's good run production.
Oh, he's moving.
Yeah, I like that.
And then you're so bad at the whole thing is, Ole Miss is averaging as a rushing yard 242 yards per game, and they pass him for 248.3. Guess what? That's a balanced offense.
With Ole Miss playing at home, and I think their quarterback is finally getting comfortable and understanding to enjoy the game of football, this could be a big day for them. Big day.
I mean, if you look at Ole Miss beat number 7 University of Kentucky 22-19. Then they killed Vanderbilt. Anybody kills Vanderbilt, but 52-28. I mean, they did give up 28 points against Vanderbilt, but they scored 52.
I was trying to read what somebody just wrote on the page, a comment.
I'll put it up.
Yeah,
I gotta go through them anyway.
Yeah.
All right, let's go with the first one. OK State versus TCU is going to be a good game today. I think TCU gets to win. We're going to get to that game here in a minute. We don't want to broadcast that right now. Auburn didn't beat Missouri, gave them the game and overtime for the dropping of the ball. Yeah, that is true. The dropping of the ball.
Good point.
Yeah, Auburn shouldn't have got rid of Malzahn or however you spell his name.
We know who you talking about.
Yeah. Because I agree with that. They should never get rid of him. They should have kept him because he had more success than this guy has.
I tell you what, I've noticed something. Anytime Auburn, South Carolina, or Mississippi State gets rid of a coach and nobody knows why, usually there's something coming down the funnel involving a red flag that you should be doing as a coach. That's all I'm saying.
But what kind of red flag is it? Because they're not under investigation.
We don't know yet. The SEC takes forever until you think everything good. Then something happens. Well, we got reports coming out of Ole Miss or Auburn this year. This and happen. The SEC is not like.
But he's been gone for 3 years.
Oh, you see all the dirt they found out after Pitino left? I'm just saying. But there's still no excuse for what happened at Auburn. No excuse at all. No excuse.
Since you brought up the Pitino and all that stuff at Penn State, they have come out now because the families found the notebook that Joe Paterno kept. Every time he went to the athletic director and said, "Hey, you need to take this investigation. You need to look." He's reported it twice.
What?
He wrote it down in the notebook. He wrote it in the notebook. Joe Paterno wrote it in the notebook and gave it to. He wrote it and put the time. And he went to the athletic director twice.
Oh, son of a!
On this thing. So now the athletic director didn't even do nothing about it. He told Joe to stay out of your lane.
Oh my God! You know, man. Between and now this, stop writing shit down and texting shit, people. You're gonna get caught.
And then you ready for this too? On top of this, he tried to fire him, and the athletic director override him.
Paterno tried to fire Sandusky.
Yep. And Penn State athletic director override it.
You have got to be kidding me, man.
So they dragged his name all in mud, but his family found the notebook and released all that information.
Who found the book? Is my wife dead? So only left now.
And I told him, I said, I didn't eat.
Huh?
Yeah.
They couldn't find it. What happened was, the story came out was they cleaned out his office at the university. The university did. But they buried his notebook some deep into the freaking folder. So the family decided to go through, his wife decided to go through all his stuff and to put his stuff up in the house. And he found the notebook at the end of the box.
Wait a minute. I thought Paterno's wife died like days after he died.
No, this is before she died. This is right a couple days after he got fired. Right after Joe Paterno got fired.
Holy shit! Because I was mad at college football. I thought I would have filed charges against them if I found out I was related to Joe Paterno because college football killed him. That's what I was initially. When it all went down, they killed that man. But now after hearing this, wow.
Yeah, wow. They tarnished him.
Shame on you, Penn State.
They try to make they try to make him look bad instead of the athletic director.
That's awful. That's awful.
All right, moving right along. $800 NCAA football prediction contest. Pick who will win. All right. That's good. But I don't know. That's kind of risky. You know, $800 for that, and then he puts a big link in there. How we know it ain't going to his bank account? You know.
Sound like
it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, it isn't okay because how you made me feel.
It sounds like hocus pocus mess. Oh, yeah, it does.
You're a grown ass man.
But how many times you find out when somebody dies and then they tarnish them and then they find out that the person that tarnished them,
my thing is,
is the guilty party.
Yeah. Yep. That's why I'm a firm believer. Let's listen to the whole story.
Yeah, John, we're gonna get to that too. We're gonna break that contest too. We're gonna bring the Utes in it and the USC and blah blah blah, whatever. But let's go. Let's finish this here right quick here. This Ole Miss. Who you got?
I'm taking Ole Miss. Give me Oxford, Mississippi in the building. Oxford, Mississippi.
Yeah, I like the cheerleaders, so I'm going to take them too.
I do love them cheerleaders. If they put Rebel on their ass, I love it.
All right. We're going to get to this game here. Number 19, Kansas, goes to, for the first time, they traveled to Norman, Oklahoma to an unranked Oklahoma game. Man. Oklahoma did not score a point.
Man.
Hey, so hold up. Did you laugh at me last week when I said I was going to take? You took Texas in that game, right? And I laughed at you, didn't I?
Yep.
All right. So I threw the pie in my face
a few times last week.
Yeah, but that game you actually laughed.
Yeah.
When I said,
I just don't understand how did we get to this point, Oklahoma? How? What happened?
Oh, I'm going to tell you what happened. I'm going to tell you what turned the Oklahoma season around from going from undefeated to what they're doing. And it has happened when this team does beat them. I'm going to tell you that here right now. All right, the temperature is going to be 58 degrees, partly cloudy there in Norman, Oklahoma. This is inside of Norman. This is inside. We'll get to Dre laughed at that with the comment here, but one of the guys put the Kansas score, he says. But we're going to get to his score when we get to our score. So we'll bring that up there momentarily, John. All righty. They're giving Kansas 31.1% chance to win. They're giving Oklahoma 68.8% chance to win. Do you agree with that right now? The way Kansas has been playing?
I think Kansas is going to have this game. This game is playing right in the Kansas game. Because Oklahoma is going to come out here and try to play mistake-free football based on what happened last week. You can't do that in college football. You can't do it. You got to go out there and have a Lion King moment. You got to Akuta Matata. It happened in the past, but they can't do it. Because somebody on that damn campus reminded them all week of what happened last week. Everybody did. And I can't believe Oklahoma let that happen. That's Oklahoma football, bro. And they got shut out. They act like they were playing Bama, a Nebraska from the 80 old Tom Osborne days. But no, Texas. There's something else going on in Oklahoma.
Dude, you ready for this?
I'm listening.
Kansas gets the advantage in points per game, and they get advantage for points allowed per game by their defense.
I'm like, what the world just happened? So
Oklahoma gets the nod on. They don't get a nod on anything
because she was in a session last night.
Dude, Kansas stats on offense, if you break it down, total yards goes to Kansas for offense. Total yards for defense goes to Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
This is unheard of, a team that, if you look, it takes advantage in offense and defense and points allowed, and Oklahoma doesn't have an advantage over nobody.
It's kind of like when North Carolina took football seriously while they were playing basketball. They were recruiting in the background. Everybody was focusing them on basketball. Behind the scenes, old Mac Brown in Carolina was putting something together. Could this be happening at Kansas?
It could be. They finally got a coach that they finally got a coach that could do something like that.
They got a coach that understands, look, they don't care about the football program, and I'm fine with that. I don't need all the attention on us. Let me do my job, and we're going to be fine. I like that idea when you go into a program that it's only a one-headed monster, so to speak.
Dude, and you asked a simple question. What turned Oklahoma season around to this losing streak? And it has happened every time this team beats them. Kansas State University turned Oklahoma seasons around when they lost to K-State. Dude, after the K-State game, they lost to TCU 55-24. 55-24. They scored nothing against Texas. Zero. Nada. Humongous. No nothing.
Oh, time out. They lost 55-24, then got shut out. Now they playing today?
Yeah.
Coaches shouldn't have a voice. Coach should be hoarse as hell. All coaches on that school should have no voice. I'd have been yelling for 3 weeks straight in practice. You can't yell at kids no more, I forgot.
Dude, the last 3 games they played, they have given up 41 points, 55 points, and 49 points.
Somebody getting fired. Somebody get fired tomorrow. Not Monday, tomorrow. Unless somebody get Herm Edwards. Don't even go in the locker room. Don't even go in there.
Dude, they scored in the last 3 weeks. Oklahoma has scored 34 points, 24 points, and 0 points. And Oklahoma cannot sleep on this number 19 Kansas team this year. Cannot sleep on them.
Kansas trying to go bowling and get some money.
And what's so bad about the whole deal is Oklahoma can't stop nobody blitzing on their quarterback. And guess what Kansas do? They like to blitz.
They fast. If they wear them blue pants today, I hope they wear them blue pants today. They look fast in them blue pants. They're all blue. I hope they wear those. They rock those.
And the key to this ball game here, Oklahoma likes to run for 210 yards. Kansas is only giving up 120 yards on the ground.
Has Oklahoma kind of lost confidence in the passing game?
What kind of passing game? You got a defensive coach who went from offensive coach to a defensive coach. Now the team's offense is going down. You know what happens when you get a defensive coordinator? The offense suffers. The offense suffers.
Why people just – nobody on the coaching staff want to tell him that, Coach, Gary knows how to call offensive plays. He is the offensive coordinator. I bet those guys up in the booth just cussing every time like, what is he calling? What is he calling? What is he calling?
Good.
It's just how we shouldn't be smarter than the coaches, man. No couch potatoes should be out coaching these coaches in college football, but it happens every damn weekend.
Dude, you remember the day last year when I know Lincoln Riley was there, he was the offensive coordinator, guru, blah, blah, blah. Their offense averaged over 500 some yards a game. This year they're only averaging 433 yards a game.
Man, it's just that guy was that influential and that good as it seems already. Because it seems like they still can't believe Daddy left the house.
Daddy left the house and took the quarterback with him.
And
that's the problem.
Sold 2 houses. And buy me 2 houses while you're out there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know why he bought 2 houses, right? So he can get the quarterback one.
Membership has its privileges.
Apparently so. You get a nice house on the beach, but I wouldn't go to California. You couldn't pay me enough money to go to California unless you pay my light bill.
He ain't real California.
Hey, you give me a house, you better pay my light bill too.
All of it.
So you look at that. So, based on the information that we got, we really don't get too much in depth here. We say Oklahoma's favored in this ball game. I don't see how, but they're favored by 9 points. Ball game.
Because they're going off the fact what you said to lead this off. You can't believe Kansas. Kansas is known as a basketball school, maybe soccer, maybe gymnastics, maybe volleyball, but nobody thought the Kansas football team would be here this week in this matchup facing Oklahoma coming off 3 weeks of horrible football. So if you go between the hidden intangibles, everybody like, okay, well, let me carry the 2 and dot the I and see if we get over here. Maybe Oklahoma could win this. I got Oklahoma winning this game, but it's going to be close. It's going to be very close. Lots of turnovers. I got a +5 in turnovers in this game. +5 in turnovers.
Who's going to turn over the +5? Oklahoma. All right, so this is going to be interesting. Since you said they're going to be +5 in the turnovers, who you got winning this ball game?
I got Oklahoma winning the game, but I'm saying throughout it's going to be 5+ turnovers in this game, but I got Oklahoma winning this game.
Well, I got burned last week, and you laughed at me, and I got burned. They didn't even score no points. I'm going with the upset. I'm going with well, it's not really an upset because it's the 19th ranked team in the nation against a non-ranked Oklahoma team, but still as a basketball school, I'm going with Kansas in this ballgame. I'm going with Kansas.
You got Kansas? Okay.
I got Kansas.
I live in Missouri. I cannot root for Kansas in nothing. Go Oklahoma. Boom soon.
But you live in Missouri. They also got Leavenworth, the prison there too. So. See, you didn't think I knew about Missouri like that, did you? Uh-huh. Got the Arches, but you also got Leavenworth.
That's in Lawrence. That's in Leavenworth, Kansas.
I know. You still got them. You're close enough.
Okay. But I got to win this game. I think one of the kids from Oklahoma who probably has experience playing for his former coach, now going through this transition, he's going to have one of those impactful sports moments. He's going to be like Preach in Friday Night Lights. What's wrong with y'all? Some of y'all act like you never played the game of football before. He's going to be one of those guys. That's what Oklahoma needs, a Preach.
And John Sutton says Kansas by 12.
Oh, John, I thought we were friends. John.
Lincoln Riley is what happened. Yes, we agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Dawn feeds the barking dog. LOL. It's my dog barks all the time, so it's kind of hard to keep dog out of it when she barks at random things. Kentucky actually has a coach, and by becoming a football team instead of just a basketball team. Yeah, but they still lost
the past 3 years.
Yeah, but they still lost to Ole Miss.
Mm-hmm. Back to reality.
Yeah, he's not getting fired in his first year. Go back and look how Clemson was the first year. It helped turn them around. We didn't mention about him getting fired. We mentioned about the Auburn coach getting fired.
Auburn coach getting fired.
Yeah. We know that Brent Venables and stuff like that because he's got history at Oklahoma. He was the Oklahoma defensive coordinator.
He's the dreamy eye candy there in OK.
Yeah. Yes, I know how Clemson was under Venables and stuff like that, and he's got to get his players in there. I understand that, but he's also got to go.
College, when you're new to a program, I think you get a 2-year window. Now, if they've been pimping you on the side, I may give you 1 year. If they've been messing with you for like 4 or 5 years on the side, like you in here, but we got to wait. You in here, we got to wait. That means you already coming in here with your crew. If you coming in there with everybody that you need, no, I'm not. No, college football don't have that much time anymore because these kids are going to the next level. If you have that talent, that deal, utilize it now or you will lose it.
That's a good point. Let's break down one more game before we take a good commercial break here at the top of the hour. Well, it's almost top of the hour, but a little bit after. Iowa State plays number 22, Texas. Texas come off the big win. The 49-0 stomping of OU. Does Texas have a hiccup against Iowa State in this ballgame today?
This game played in Austin, Texas, I do believe.
Yeah, 69 degrees in Austin, partly cloudy. This game's on ABC, high noon. Texas like the high noons because he shut out Oklahoma at high noon. So why not play another high noon game?
Let's go, Longhorns. Let's go. I like Texas in this game. I really do. I really do like Texas in this game. But at the same time, Iowa State can slow a team down and bring you back to reality if they feel as though they can control the ball on the offensive side. If they can do that, they can really slow Texas down. But the momentum needs to be in Texas' favor this week. Last week was last week. But continue the momentum going in a positive direction, Texas. And I got the Longhorns winning this one.
All right. So let's take this real quick. The person you need to watch out for this game is Robinson. Robinson. Feed him the ball. He has 110 carries, 645 yards, and 10 touchdowns.
What?
Feed him the ball.
Eating.
Let him eat. Let him start your offense. And then you trickle in Card at 74 out of 107, 923 yards and 6 touchdowns, 1 interception. He did not start the season. He came in that injury during the Alabama game. So he did not start the full season. That's why his numbers doesn't look like he has a full season numbers. He came in during that Alabama game. So
okay, but still feeding. He got to eat.
Feed him the ball, and then you sprinkle in a little spice of Worthy, the wide receiver with 24 receptions, 360 yards, and 4 touchdowns. That's the recipe for Texas. If Texas follows my slide, they will onslaught Iowa State. But again, Iowa State's run defense is going to be a little bit of a task here to stop Robinson, but we know how good Robinson is.
Yep. I like Texas.
Last year, what happened in Texas against Oklahoma? Robinson got hurt in the third quarter, and they lost the game.
Yeah, that was that crazy quarterback game. Didn't 3 quarterbacks play in that game?
No, they took Spencer Riley out and put Williams in.
Ah, okay.
So, I mean, if you look at it, Texas has been in every game the last 5 games. They're 3-2. The only game they lost was in overtime to Texas Tech, which was 37-34. That was back in September. They're undefeated in the month of October. So, but Iowa State, the last 3 games, they lost to Baylor, 31-24. They lost to Kansas, 14-11, and they lost to Kansas State, 10-9. ESPN Analytics matchup predictor: Texas 89.2% to 10.8% for Iowa State.
Okay.
So
I like those odds.
On those odds, I'm going to say whichever. I'm going to say in Austin. I think Texas will win also all game. So, do you want to do one more, or you want to take a break?
We can do one more.
All right, we'll finish the 12 o'clock game out here, and then we'll come back. We'll do the rapid. Minnesota at number 24, Illinois.
Where they playing at? Illinois?
They're playing in Memorial Stadium in Champaign, Illinois, 51 degrees, cloudy.
Chappaquiddick, Illinois. Chappaquiddick, Illinois, as I call it. Chappaquiddick. Illinois has been really shady with me in gambling this year. Every weekend I pick them, they go the other way. And weekends I don't pay them no mind. They do something to surprise me. My man Vernon Slaughter Kid used to play offensive line for them, so I kind of fell in love with a lot now when he was there, but he's gone. I like that coach at Minnesota. He excites me. He makes me feel like I can get out there and get on the line or shuffle back somewhere. So I'm going with the Minnesota this weekend.
All right. Interesting thing about this game here. Illinois runs for 195 yards, 0.5 yards. Minnesota's only giving up 81.4 yards a game. But on the other hand, Minnesota likes to run 245 yards, but Illinois is only giving up 67.2 yards a game in the rushing. This game is going to come down who can run the ball.
Who you think is
who can run the ball? That's my key to this game. Who can run the ball effectively?
What's Minnesota running game numbers looking like offensively?
Minnesota running game is 245 yards per game rushing. But on the other key of that, they're passing the ball 250 yards, 0.2 a game. Well-balanced offense.
That's a lot of rushing yards.
Hmm.
Damn, it's a lot of rushing yards. A game?
A game.
Damn. They could have a field day today there against Illinois.
And Illinois runs the ball 195.5 a game.
You give up 200 yards rushing the game, but I need to talk to my defense coordinator.
But the defense, but both defenses gives up only under 100 yards a game. Minnesota gives up 81.4 a game, and Illinois gives up 67.2 a game.
I've only seen Minnesota in highlights this year. I haven't watched the complete game. I watched a few last year and the years before that. But just knowing what Minnesota has done over the years, I like their offense. They're real quick. I don't know about the defense this year, but that offense is really fast. They're all over the place.
All right. So who you got winning this ball game?
Minnesota.
You got Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Yeah, I think Minnesota's probably going to take advantage of their running attack. If they give up, because I think Illinois probably will give up that 245 yards since Illinois won last week. So, yeah, if you look at last week's score, Iowa 9, Iowa 6, Illinois 9.
Say that again.
Iowa 6, Illinois 9. That was the final score.
There had to be something wrong with the weather or something last year. Something.
But they played in Iowa. So 9-6.
That's disgusting.
Ready for this?
That's like a Thursday night football game in the NFL.
Yeah, I just don't drag it out like Nebraska did with Scott Frost. LOL. Texas by 16-8. That's John Suggs. John Suggs also said upset. Minnesota gets the win. Very low scoring game. Dude, I just want to find out how this game. All right. Illinois was winning 3-0 at the 9-minute mark of the game against Iowa by a field goal. Iowa comes back and kicks a field goal at the 3:51 mark in the first quarter to tie it up. So it was tied after the first quarter. Illinois comes back down, a 9-play drive, 37 yards, 4 minutes and 5 seconds. They kick another field goal, go up 6-3 at the 8-minute mark of the second quarter. Second quarter at 2:48 mark, a 27-yard field goal by Iowa to tie it up at 6-6. Nobody scored in the third quarter. Game-winning field goal came at the 2:49 mark, a 36-yard field goal for 9 plays, 26 yards, and 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
No, I'm not telling my parents I played college football.
Now listen to the drives here. The first play of the game, the first drive for Illinois was 17 plays, 66 yards, took 5 minutes and 57 seconds. Go 66 yards on 17 plays. And the rest of it was a 9-play drive for 37 yards. Iowa gets the ball, 4 plays, a -4 yards, and kicks a field goal with a minute and 28 left. On a minute 48 drive. They went -4 yards and kicked a field goal. Illinois went 9 plays, 26 yards, 4 minutes, and 30 seconds to win the game.
It's like reading this transcript of all my marriages.
Dude, this is a baseball game. This was a baseball score, not a football score. So give it up to, what the analogy of this game was, you can win games by just kicking field goals.
Yep, it's possible. And these two teams know each other way too well by those statistics that you just put out. There's hidden numbers in there somewhere to get out a W.
Yeah. So we both got Minnesota winning this ball game here. When we come back, we're gonna do a rapid fire to get down to the 3:30 games. That 3:30 game, when we get to through the rapid fire, will be the number 6 Tennessee versus number 3 Alabama. We're gonna talk about that game coming up. We got the rapid fire segment all the way down to the Alabama-Tennessee game at 3:30 on CBS. We'll be right back. This is Ray and Dre. This is the All Sports, All Place Network. We'll be right back after these messages.
All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365 5, we making a plays. We talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. Sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays. Network. All sports, all plays. Network. We on top of our game. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays.
What did you say?
I said Kobe Bean Bryant has been overrated ever since he passed away.
Now, I'd say they could lose about 4, but I don't see them losing 5. You know what I mean?
All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays.
This is the Funks D Streaming Network. Register to come on our channel at funksdnetwork.com.
Welcome back to the All Sports, All Plays College Breakdown Show. That's Dre over there with his gator, but over his high school reunion shirt. He still fits it. You know, he got it back when he was in high school. So, you know, that's a very good analogy there. He can still fit his high school clothes. But the question is, can he fit his uniform from the Navy when he was in the Navy? That's the big question.
My birthday next Saturday, I turn 52. I'm going to try to get in it. I'm going to try to put my Navy uniform on next week. I'm trying to do the show in my Navy uniform.
Buttons going to be popping everywhere. No, we have a button fest. Wow, a button fest.
Button fly Dre.
We got a button fest, you know. Hey, got 10 winning mainly because of Bama, but backup quarterback, even when they had their starters, their offense just was average. I go back to look at Texas and Texas A&M game where Bama should have lost. Tennessee quarterback Hooker is going to light up Bama's secondary. All right, let's take that comment. Let's take that comment right there. Do you agree with that comment there, Dre?
What do you say? God. Backup quarterback. Yeah, Texas A&M should have won that game. Jimbo knows that. He had a golden opportunity to shut Nick Saban up and he missed it. Bama does not have that strong of a chance if they don't have a strong quarterback today. He is the key. He is the key. And Hooker, I'm telling you, this kid is on to something. I got him and Shador high on the Heisman. And this is a big game for Tennessee. When Tennessee beat my Gators, I really looked at that kid. I never looked at him all year. I don't like when a kid is from the town. They always want to talk about his parents and all that. I don't care about your parents. I care about the kid. And I saw that kid play last week, and I was highly impressed. Highly impressed. I think he has more to offer, and I can't wait to see it today. But I don't want this to diminish Tennessee. Here's what's going to happen. If Tennessee beats Bama, they're going to say, well, Bama didn't have their full squad today. They didn't have their full squad last week. So what's the difference? We can't have our cake and eat it too unless you give me a spoon and a fork. What did he say now?
They're playing in Rocky Top. They're playing in Tennessee. They're playing in the home of the Tennessee Vols. Tennessee is now finally getting some way to getting back to their football pedigree under Josh Heupel. A different scenario than when Scott Frost came out of UCF. Scott Frost went from winning to losing. Heupel went from winning to making Tennessee better. Heupel is a coach.
Okay. As a Florida Gator fan, here's the one thing I can say about Tennessee. The reason they wear orange is to root for the Volunteers on Saturdays, to go hunting on Sunday, and to pick up the garbage on Mondays. I'm going to leave it at that. But I like the quarterback that this year. I like their chances today. And I've been to Neyland Stadium. And Phil Fulmer is still a god there.
Well, if you look at it this way too, the ESPN is all Alabama, 68.8% chance to win this game, only giving Tennessee 30.2%, which I think is a disgrace because ESPN likes to stay on Alabama's what we call. I would say it, but I can't say it on TV. But,
say it. Say it. I double dog did you. Say it.
All right, ESPN is all over Alabama's nutsack,
There it is.
There you go.
There it is. You can say nutsack in the home, kids. You can say nutsack in the house. Yeah.
Anyway, if you look at it, we know the backup quarterback's playing.
Well,
before Alabama fans say anything about before anything that Alabama's fans say anything about the backup quarterback or anybody say about it because they're playing the backup quarterback, the backup quarterback played one game. He was on the Heisman ballot after that one game.
All I need is a chance, coach. All I need is a chance. Give me a chance, coach. That's all I'm asking for.
So, you say about Hendon Booker. I knew how good Hendon Booker was because he played at Virginia Tech. He played against North Carolina in that 7 overtime game. And he beat us. They kicked the field goal and we couldn't answer back on our plays. But Hendon Booker can throw the ball, run the ball, and he does not make mistakes. He has 10 touchdowns, no interception on the year.
Football IQ is high as a backup. The transfer portal works if you understand the game and understand you're putting yourself in. If you go into a place to better your opportunity and to better your learning curve in football, it works out for you. A lot of people get upset when they hear transfer portal. It's not because the kid is afraid of competition. The kid wants to go where his talent can be best fit and utilized. Sometimes they're chasing the woman. Sometimes they're chasing the dream.
The key matchup I'm watching today is Will Anderson from Alabama on defense against Hendon Booker, the Tennessee Volunteers quarterback. That's going to be the matchup I'm watching today on this game.
Every time there's a black quarterback in college football, every time, they always try to compare him to someone in the NFL or someone that has went to that college. He is no T. Martin at all. He's no C.J. Leak that was there for a very short period of time. He's none of that. He doesn't remind me of not one person that I've seen before. He's his true own version of himself. I don't know if that's cliche. I don't know if it's taking a high road or low road, but this kid, Hooker, does not remind me of anybody I've seen before that's a black quarterback.
Are you ready for this too? Hendon Booker, they interviewed him about 4 weeks ago. They interviewed him about 4 weeks ago. They asked him about when Josh Heupel came over from UCF to Tennessee. What kind of advice did he give Hendon Booker? Hendon Booker made the most impressive statement ever. He said, I was not very good at accurate passer, but Heupel came in, played one of his videotapes when he was at Oklahoma and showed him how accurate he was, and he asked him how he got accurate. He taught him how to be accurate. Guess what? He's now double trouble.
Yeah. Accuracy is
because
key.
Of that.
It is key, especially when you're the quarterback, when you're the leading man, when you're the king. When they look at you and you're accurate, it speaks volumes, it speaks W's.
And if you watch Will Anderson's pass rush, Will Anderson sometimes does not keep in his lane. He always sometimes he overrushed today, Will Anderson cannot overrush. If he overrushed, guess what?
Gone.
He's gone. Because if he Will Anderson, he doesn't like to come into the inside. He likes to go to the outside. Well, if Tennessee can get him pushed a little bit too far out of his lane, right there is the alleyway to open up Hendon Booker to come out of the backside where everybody else is playing man-to-man. And then backs are turned.
It's to the point right now when you play Tennessee, you have to have a spy practice. You gotta work that into the regime of your defensive package. When you're playing a team like this who quarterback can throw it and run it, throw that option in there. I mean, he is a swivel knife type of player right now. He has all of the gems you need to be a top quarterback and to get invited to New York. He has it.
Yeah, I mean, Tennessee's ranked number 6 in the nation against number 3 Alabama.
This game is going to get – I wish everybody was healthy because everybody's going to talk about what Bama doesn't have. But Bama has not been that good all year. They don't deserve this high ranking. They're not the number 3 team in the country. No. Them and USC need to switch. They need to switch. But they only get that number 3 because of who? Nick Saban. And because of what? Bama. And because of what? Television. They the table of the talk. They the cock of the walk. Roll Tide is what everybody's saying. But I don't think that Tide going to roll today. They should have failed last week. But Jimbo couldn't get it done. And today, this is the golden opportunity to kick both crutches from up out of their legs and put them right on their face. This is a perfect opportunity.
Yeah, and then, here, he said ESPN's laughing out loud. ESPN's always on Nick Saban's side, correct? Hendon Booker and Drake May from UNC are most impressive to me this year, other than Stroud. Yeah, and I'll give you a little interesting about Drake May. Even though his dad played at the University of North Carolina, even though his brother played at the University of North Carolina, and you had a son play baseball for Florida, won the national championship at Florida. And he's got another son that plays basketball for UNC.
Damn,
Drake May. Yeah, Drake May was all in to go to Alabama. He was an Alabama recruit. Drake May was. Until Matt Brown said, you come to Carolina, we got Sam Howell, but you're going to be a redshirt freshman, and we're going to be challenging from Griswold to be our starting quarterback. He says, but you might be able to play before you get on the field at Alabama. So Drake May decided to take his ball and go to North Carolina. And now look what he's doing.
A mind trick on him. That's how Bo Jackson ended up at Auburn.
So, yes, Drake May is a North Carolina legacy pick because his father was the starting quarterback back in the 80s. Mark May.
He got 2 brothers that play basketball.
Got 2 brothers playing basketball. Luke May and Bo May is a walk-on at North Carolina's basketball team this year. He has a brother that played baseball for Florida and won a national championship for the Gators.
This the twins that played at Carolina?
No, this is no twins. Luke May was the guy that hit the jump shot against Kentucky in the 2017.
Okay,
that's Luke May.
Gotcha.
His brother plays for the Gators baseball team. Won a national championship before Luke May won a national championship in basketball. His brother was picking on Luke May with his national championship ring. Then he's got one, he don't. So Luke May hit the game-winning shot against Kentucky, and that went on to propel them for the national title. So he has a ring too. So,
damn, shit,
yeah,
he producing athletes out that house.
And the thing is, Luke May came in as a pocket passer, not a runner, and he has over 200 some yards rushing. But let's get back to this game real quick here. Interesting stats, this facts and figures part of this interesting stack is Alabama has won 27 straight regular season game against Southeast Eastern Division opponent. dating back to a 35-21 loss to South Carolina on October 9th.
Isn't he like 15-0 against his former children? Nick Saban. No, he's 15-0 against Tennessee, isn't he?
Saban is 17-1 against the Vols, including a perfect 15-0 record with Alabama. A win would move Saban into the tie with Joe Bertino with 27 road wins against the AP top 25 team behind Bobby Bowden with 33. Tennessee leads the nation, averaging 547 yards, 0.8 yards of total offense, and also in the red zone with a perfect 28 of 28. The Vols ranked second in the scoring offense with 46.8 points per game with 189.15 passing efficiency. Paul Hindenburg has thrown 239 yards dating back to last season without an interception. So, interesting. That's an interesting tidbit. You got some records going here. Hindenburg has not thrown an interception for 239 passes dated back to last season without an interception.
Damn. That's impressive.
If
that help him today?
If Hooker throws a TD pass against the Tide, it will be his 18th game with a TD pass and will tie the school record set by Higgs Schuler between 1992 and 1994.
Oh, there's a name people don't love to hear. Heath Schuler.
Hey, the very own North Carolina product.
I tell you what, if we already know that Hooker's family is going to be at the game because he really shows up and shows out when they're at the game. So he's easily going to eclipse that. I'm telling you, this is the invitation gets put in the mail type game for him to go to New York. This is it. I know it's still October. I get what you're saying, but you're playing Daddy on TV in mid-afternoon in October. Do the damn thing.
Well, listen to this. This will be the first time since 2016 that two top 10 teams have met in Neyland Stadium. Top-ranked Alabama beat then number 9 Tennessee 49-10.
Woo, ass whooping. That team then was much better than this team now. This is a football team. This is not a one-sided, lopsided team. They don't have a powerful offense. Don't have a powerful defense. It's just an Alabama football team that happen to be coached by Nick Saban.
Alabama's favored by 9 points.
That's going to drop before kickoff. That's going to drop. Yeah, that's going to drop.
How many times have you seen it drop before kickoff like that?
What about 4 years ago, I believe? 5 years ago?
So how far will it drop from the 9 points? Will it go down to
like 2 points? Like 2 points.
7 points?
Yeah, I see 7 points in this. I don't see 9.
All right. Well, to let you know why I asked you that question, why I said that thing, and you said what?
The reason I say that on the points, anytime Nick Saban is weak, his player's not 100%, he really slows the game down. Really, because he don't want him throwing the ball.
Right.
Because it's his shoulder that's messed up. He doesn't want him throwing the ball. So he's only getting put in the game to show, put in the game to show face. But he's not going to be 100% if he plays.
Well, just to let you know why I said that we're 9-point favored. Alabama, according to FanDuel Sportsbook, is only favored by 7.5 points. According to FanDuel Sportsbook.
I would take the FanDuel.
So who you going to win in this game? I'm gonna put you on the spot. Who you going to win in this game, man?
You know, you never go against the true winner at all. That's Bama. Every time people go against Bama, they prove you wrong. Like last week, Bama should have lost that game. I don't know what happened, but they did not win that game. Tennessee is the strongest I've seen them in quite some time. They don't look afraid of this matchup. You know, in years past, you see the highlights leading up to the game. They talk to the teams on Thursday with Paul Fenbaum and all that. Tennessee is not looking afraid. They're ready for this matchup. They have everything they need to beat Bama. They got a contained defense. They have a smart, high IQ quarterback, and they got a coach who's not afraid of the challenge. So I got Tennessee winning this game, but I'm going with the over-under in this one.
Hey, you took my thunder, man.
You told me to go first.
You took my thunder. I thought you were going to pick Alabama. I had my clerk already on Alabama underneath your name.
Alabama. No. I know what
I was about to sing Rocky Top for you.
No, I hate that damn song. Hate that damn song. I've been to Neyland Stadium, but we won when I was there. We won.
I was trying to have you pick Alabama so you get, if they do win by luck, that you'll pick up a win on me. But I got Tennessee. I got Rocky Top winning this game too in Tennessee. All right, let's pick a little bit of rapid fire here. Who you got, Colgate or Army?
Army, boots on the ground.
I think Army bounced back from that Wake Forest slacking they got last week to win this game against Colgate. Central Michigan at Akron.
Central Michigan.
At Akron.
Central Michigan.
Who you got?
I thought you heard me. I said I got Central Michigan.
All right, Central Michigan already. Okay, I got Central Michigan winning this ball game. Also, Miami, Ohio against Bowling Green.
You the hoe. I hope. Give me Bowling Green. Bowling Green.
All right, I'm going to take Miami, Ohio in this game. Let's see if Miami, Ohio give me a victory like they gave you a victory last week.
Hello.
All right, Old Dominion at Coastal Carolina, down in Conway, South Carolina.
Conway, South Cackalack, down the street from Myrtle Beach. Let me go.
But you can't go swimming in this one because the water's too cold now.
Oh, that's the best time. It makes sure the turkey's done.
There won't be no girls in bikinis.
Huh?
Too cold. There won't be no girls in bikinis today.
Oh, the old women do.
Are they all struggled up? You taking your boys from South? You taking Coastal Carolina in this one?
Give me Coastal Carolina.
Yeah, I like the chandeliers. All righty, Miami, who lost to North Carolina last week, plays Virginia Tech in Old Sandman at Lane Stadium. We'll be playing it before this game. Who wins this ball game today?
Tech, baby. I don't think the U know what the U means anymore. So I'm going with Tech.
I don't know. Miami started playing good towards the end of the North Carolina game. Van Dyke. Last year, that when Miami lost to Carolina, they went on a winning streak. I think Miami gets back to win. Virginia Tech ain't that good this year.
Neither's Miami. It's a fun matchup, though.
Buffalo at UMass.
Give me the Minutemen of UMass.
You like UMass so much, you haven't won with them but one time.
I know.
I'm taking Buffalo in this one.
I gotta rock with the maroon and white.
I'm taking Buffalo in this one. California at Colorado.
You know how I feel about them Buffaloes of Colorado. Let's go, Colorado.
I'm going with, I don't know, there's two marijuana states playing against each other, so they probably be both high, so I got California win this game.
Pat McAfee is living in the moment.
He might be living in the moment. Is he puffing? He's doing puff pass?
He's shirtless, wearing a toga. He's in a toga robe at Neyland Stadium. You know he's part of College Game Day now.
Now, this is a good question for you. You picked UConn last week to win. They won. Are you picking UConn against Ball State today?
Hell no. Let's go Ball State.
I'm gonna go with UConn. I just need to give you some games back so we can make it interesting. All righty. Number 1, Georgia versus Vanderbilt at Sanford Stadium.
Damn. If this was a baseball game or soccer game, I would be taking Vandy all day. But this is not. And my good friend Cassie Joe is a huge UGA fan. She went to Georgia. I got a funny feeling that UGA's gonna try to shut Vandy out today. was it a couple of weeks ago? Somebody put up a lot of points on Georgia, but Georgia still won the game.
Yeah, Missouri.
That kind of pissed off the defense. They messed up some awards right there. Somebody probably lost the Bronco Nagurski Trophy nominee because of that game. So they got to get their swag back in this matchup. I can see Uga probably trying to do some hurtful things today to Vandy as Dandy as in the Commodores.
I forgot to put this up. John Suggs said he's going on a limb today, say Tennessee by 9.
I like that. You can take them 9 points. Now,
all right. So we both got Georgia winning. We both picked Tennessee. Number 8, Oklahoma State. And number 13, let's talk about this one, the Horned Frogs. TCU has now come back and made a name for themselves. TCU has beaten two ranked teams back to back.
I learned about Oklahoma and OK State the 2 times I've been to Oklahoma. This OK State fan base is different. When the football team is playing well, everybody is happy. Everybody is happy in Stillwater. I'm telling you. And I didn't pay them attention at the beginning part of the season. I probably watched 2 games of OK State, and I like what I see. I like this matchup. It's a bigger ordeal for TCU than OK State in this matchup. It's a bigger ordeal for TCU in this matchup with OK State. And I think OK State has the cool hand Luke approach in this game, even though it's being played in Texas, right?
Yeah, it's playing at Fort Collins, Texas. TCU, Texas Christian University.
Mm-hmm.
Well, since they got rid of the budget of all the sweat clothes that Patterson had, and Sonny Dykes came in and took over this team. Sonny Dykes has taken over this team very well, turning back into a winning way, turning back to the TCU that we saw under Patterson a few years ago. TCU has played great, but they're playing against the mullet guy who's got the business in the front and the party in the back.
That is my man.
So he brought the mullet back.
Yeah.
The only good thing, the good thing is what he should do now is take it and shave the insides of it. Keep the mullet part, just shave the inside like Bosworth used to do for the Oklahoma Sooners.
Nobody wants to remember the Bosworth days because in the end, it really didn't mean anything. It didn't mean nothing. It was just a gimmick. He's no gimmick. Get him, Gundy. Get him, baby.
All right, the temperature of today's game will be 74 degrees, all sunny, a little bit of clouds showing up later on in the game. But Fort Worth, Texas, not Fort Collins, Fort Worth, Texas, outside of Dallas area. This is not the TV show called Dallas, which the ranch is located there. But we got the Cowboys versus a Horned Frog.
Used to call my second wife that.
All right.
You old Horned Frog, you.
We got 2 different styles of quarterbacks. We got a Duggan quarterback who can run the ball and pass the ball. Sanders can do the same thing, but he loves to stay in the pocket a little bit more. And he's very good. He's very talented. He's 104 out of 169 for 1,394 yards, 12 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. That's a good ratio, 10-1. But Miller for TCU likes to control the ball on the ground with 69 carries, 474 yards, 6 touchdowns. Richardson also likes to carry the ball for 86 times, 355 yards, and 4 touchdowns.
See, that quarterbacks like that have that ability and understanding, knowing when to throw, knowing when to escape the pocket, and knowing when to run, those are attributes that not everybody can understand and utilize the right way. And there may be like 10 quarterbacks in college football in the top 25 that have that hidden little athleticism in there to go with that football IQ, which brings it to that. And we're going to see like 5 of them today.
Yeah.
It's hard to prepare for that. It really is. And when you have a quarterback, when you're facing a quarterback with all of that to challenge your defense, I mean, it really puts you on the spot. I mean, do you play timid? How much game film can you watch about this guy that can do all of these things in a game and on a single drive? If you play relaxed, he's going to get you. You play over aggressively, they're going to get the zebras involved in the game.
That is true. Does TCU have a better rushing game? TCU right now, if you look at all the stat slugs on this thing right here, TCU runs the ball 230.2 a game to Oklahoma's 158.6 a game for their offense. Yeah. But if you flip it around, you look at Oklahoma State's defense, they're only giving up 118 yards, 0.8 a game.
Okay.
So that's your key. But like I said, the last few teams that we played, that we talked about, also has a balanced rushing attack, passing attack with 299.8 yards.
That's what OK State can win the game, throwing the ball. That's what they get you. Throwing the ball.
That's Texas has got that 299 yards, 0.8 a game. Mm-hmm. But passing on offense. But Oklahoma State defense gives up 304.0 passing yards a game.
Oh, yeah. They have not been known for passing defense in quite some time, OK State. But that means they can throw the ball. They can hang with the big league. You want to score? We can do the same thing. They can play just like Houston did back in the days of David Klinger. They can go out and put up 55, 65 points a game. The defense is going to give up probably 49 to 55 a game. That's just how they roll.
Yeah, to your point, the over and under, your favorite stat here is 68.5 in this game.
Oh my God. I'm putting out on that, Daddy. I'm putting out on that. Rub yourself.
If anybody don't know, Dre gets off this show, I tell him the over and under, and he goes out and plays these parlays. So
I don't know about today. I'm going straight to my high school homecoming after this. Straight to the homecoming.
I mean, you got a cell phone. You can make a bet on the way.
I'm got the cell phone right here.
Yeah, you probably making bets right now.
Oh, I done made about 5 bets so far.
Oh, I saw you during the break. Get the phone way up here and doing this little number here.
You know, that's what the legally blind do. We got to get everything close to us.
I thought you just want to see it up and close and personal.
I got you on the 70-inch. So.
Hey, don't put me on that 70-inch. You might see all the ugliness coming out. I hope I didn't break your TV yet.
Hey, we up for Emmy, the best looking duo on Saturday morning sports.
Probably the most funniest people too.
I can't wait till Apple TV get a load of us.
Oh, we might have set a world record with that one. No. Hey, I'm telling you what, if you want the best college breakdown show, pregame show for college football all the way up to 12 o'clock, you should join us on the All Sports All Place Network at College Breakdown because we have the most fun. They're too serious over there on ESPN. We having fun. We got turkey shirts. We got a homecoming shirt. We got a Gator hat. You know, we don't know next time with Drake. Yeah, Drake got the hand.
Birthday Navy.
But yes, there's a but. There is a but. Always a but. Always a but in this thing here.
Oh, an ass.
Dre wants a bell. And the only way we can get the bell is if you can send us some stars so we can earn some money for that bell. He wants the bell. Also sending stars to the All Sports All Place Network. He helps other shows on the network too. So we just want to bring that out to you. So send us some stars, bros, if you really like this show. Because we can make it even more funny if you give us some moolah.
Or if you want to advertise with us.
Yeah. Yeah, if you got a business out there and you want to advertise and you're trying to get your business going, hey, hit us up. You can message us on Facebook. You can message the All Sports All Place Network. Say, hey, I want to put my business on there. Well, I'll send you back some information, how you get your business ad. And matter of fact, we can do a segment if you want to operate your business with us. We can do, like you have an AC repair business, we can do an AC repair pick'em show. We can do one of the picks sponsored by your company.
Boom.
Hey, that's more way to get some revenue going.
You can sponsor a whole segment. And we're not just on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, what they call it, Roku TV. And we'll come to Apple TV soon, guys.
Yep.
golf clap for you.
And then eventually, if you want us to come to your college town, hey, you can sponsor that too. We come to your college town, we can have a big blast.
Only if we get to go to a dorm and cheerleaders behind us. We need some ASAP cheerleaders. It's the only way I'm going to college. I want my own cheerleaders. These fools got a damn cheerleaders on that show.
That's what we're talking about. If you send us some stars, we can buy.
Raise Mary. We can't do that. Can't do that.
Hey, look at this. If you send us some stars and we more content, but also you send us some stars, we can take the internet with us, so we can buy a thing to keep the internet going. We can go live at different college places. And if you think we're fun now behind the camera, just wait till we get live.
Oh, just wait till next Saturday. It's my birthday.
Uh-oh. Jay's gonna come on the show all happy and stuff.
I'm bringing my own cheerleaders next week.
He'll come on high until he sees that right there.
What they say, you can support me by sending stuff. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, but Dre's gonna be high and mighty when he comes up. But when the part of the show comes up and he sees this right here, he hopes he's gonna get it indent this week. So he's trying to indent it a little bit. Well, if he doesn't come back, I could be the Nick Saban to pick him on college football.
I'm doing a birthday breakfast before the show, but I should be on time.
You should?
Yeah, I'll be on time.
You're not going to be in a food coma when you get here.
Oh, no. Grits, eggs, sausage, fireball, and a PBR. That's what I'm eating next week for my birthday before I come on the show.
Yeah, it's always on the side there. And let me see here. Oh, here we go. Robert Norris, happy early birthday, brother. Mike and I need to plan a trip.
My man, Oklahoma in the building. What's up, my dude? Robert Morris. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. It's time for me to get back to Oklahoma too, man. Good people, good times. Always a pleasure.
I don't know. I don't know if it'd be too good for the Sooner fans when you come back,
I was more around OK State fans than Oklahoma fans when I was there. But I was around a mixture of both. But the second time I went, I almost didn't come back.
Hey, Robert North sent a cryptic message.
Uh-oh.
We got to decode it. You got a decoder?
I got it. He says, "Love you, Dre."
We're having fun with people on here. We always have fun. We interact with people, and people bring up the stuff.
Why can't you have fun on a college football Saturday?
Oh,
I told you, my neighbor has 2 streets over has an RV. On my way to the homecoming, I'm gonna see if the RV is out there today. If it is, I'm gonna leave a card on there, and I want to do the show from his RV.
Yes, and
on there and tailgate.
John So said he sent us 50 stars. Thank you very much, John. Thank you very much for sending us 50 stars, bro. We're very happy with that. And if you keep on sending some stars, we'll put your stars up here. We'll let you know how many people has done it. And let's see if we can get 200 stars before the end of the show. But we already at 150 away from that goal already. Thank you, John. Thank you for that. And then Robert came back and said, "We bleed orange."
We bleed orange. That's OK State, there, baby. OK State.
Okay. So you got the better team in Oklahoma. All right. There we go. I set the record straight. How about that?
There it is.
Hey, go Pokes. Robert, no secret message was him sending you the 50 stars.
Oh, that was his secret message, sending the 50 stars. Okay.
If Ray wears the promise to wear that Dre hat, I'll send 200 stars. Hey, Dre, send me a hat, man. I'll wear the hat. I ain't scared to wear the hat. I'll wear that hat.
There it is. You can be Dre too.
Hey, Dre, where you get those hats from?
In the process of actually putting that together and gonna sell them on the website.
Oh, are you?
.com. Yeah.
Hey, let me know. Hey, And I tell you what, you send me one of those hats like that,
Yeah.
I'll wear it around town. I'll wear it around town with your name on it.
That'd be just like that. It's gonna be just like that. That is.
Hey, Dre.
With the hair.
Hey, I tell you what, you want somebody to model your hat for you? Send me that hat. I'll model it for you.
I'll send it for you. I'll send it right to you. Not a problem. Have a whole nation wearing these hats.
Here you go, buds. Oh, thanks, Rob. We just like to have fun on this show, man. You can't, when you do a show and you do it like ESPN and you don't have no fun, with this thing, it makes it boring. People like to leave. We like to make it interesting. So you go out and tell your friends, say, hey, you need to come and see these crazy dudes on this college breakdown show.
Everything I do, I have fun at, Ray. Everything I do, I try to have fun at it. Every single thing I do, I have fun.
Oh, wow.
What did he say?
Don says that Robert's coming in clutch. He has now sent 250 stars. Thank you, Robert. Whoa! There you go, bro. We're doing it here. We're cooking. We are cooking.
Man, I get these a barbecue today, and now this. Oh, it's my birthday next week, guys. Next week, but I'll take it, Libra Nation.
That's right, man. We can, and I go buy. Hey, look, since we got a 250 stars, I can go buy a bell and bring it on the show next time. I'll buzzer so I can buzz you on the upset alert.
Upset alert.
I'll go get one of those.
I got one coming.
What is it? I go get one of those.
My upset was Tennessee beating Bama. That was my first one.
Yeah.
I think I got 3 more.
You sure?
I think.
You think?
Yeah. No, I'm thinking about tomorrow. I think that's my only upset I had today in college football. That's not really upset. Tennessee is really favored. Only reason they giving Bama all this noise is because of the coach. Who we got next?
So who you got winning this ball game? Oklahoma State?
I got Oklahoma State. OK State. Stillwater, stand up.
Hey, since Robert's sitting in and all that and he goes orange, I'll pick Oklahoma State winning this ball game.
Already. Shout out to Robert and his lovely wife Heather.
But this way, Robert bought his pick. Bought my pick, you know. All right, we're gonna move into Syracuse. We're going into now it's not known the Carrier Dome anymore. That's sad.
Yeah.
They put a name on it. You know, I used to like to listen to Carrier Dome. It is called the JMA Wireless Dome.
No comment. Who the Q's playing today?
Oh, they're playing the confines of North Carolina State. Number 15, North Carolina State comes in to number 18, Syracuse. Yes, Syracuse is ranked number 18, 5-0, 2-0. Did Barber save his job so far this season?
NC State coach?
No, Syracuse coach.
Did he save his job? Yeah, he did. Syracuse is really turned the program around. I didn't know where they were going when the season first started, how this was going to work out for them. But this matchup has turned out to be one of those game-changing situations for Syracuse or either NC State. It's up to either team that want to take control of this season in this matchup. This is a good matchup to have right now for the Wolfpack and the Orange. Good matchup.
Well, also, you know, he said, Dre, you need to crack open the Fireball today.
When I get back from the homecoming, I'm drinking all cognac over there.
You ain't gonna drink no Cavassier or have smoked Cavassier.
1738 today. 1738 today only is what I will be drinking today. That's it.
Okay. And then North Carolina State John came back and said North Carolina State is without the starting quarterback. North Carolina State should win.
He said NC State without their quarterback. Yeah, I see it now. I see it.
Yeah, he got hurt. He got hurt last week.
That makes me want. Now I got to think. I got to really think.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something here. You got Devin O'Leary supposed to have been he was the preseason player of the year for the ACC.
Mm-hmm.
Season started. He hasn't played the player of the year for the ACC. The defense for NC State is 10th. 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 is very good. They have won some of their games this year. The offense, NC State is lackluster. It's even more lackluster because they did beat Florida State, but when Chalmers came in, the backup quarterback, they did not pass the ball one single time. It was all straight runs from when he came in the game. That helped salted the game away. Does Syracuse make the backup quarterback, the fifth-year senior who transferred over into this game?
Damn, most people in college for 5 years are called doctors. But I think this is a good move. NC State kind of holds a special place in my heart. I've been to a few NC State games. I was at the game when NC State beat Florida State when Phillip Rivers was the quarterback. I was a part of tearing down the goalpost. That was fun, carrying it up on the hill. I used to know the strength and conditioner coach at NC State, Mac Daddy. I think with the coaching and with a fifth-year player on the team, this is not as bad as I thought. This could still be a winnable game. Just understand the X's and O's and your job coming in here. You come in here to secure the victory, not get the victory. Just secure it. The team already know what to do. Quarterback, do your job.
Now the question is here too, and the analogy I was getting at, and the way I was trying to get this down to it was, I put the quarterback was running the ball more than passing the ball. He did not pass one single time when he came in the game. I look at Syracuse rush yards allowed per game. They only allow 95 yards per game rushing. NC State's averaging 141 yards rushing. But that quarterback gives them an extra layer because we don't know if he can pass the ball because they didn't show it in that game against Florida State. When he took over the game in the fourth quarter, he was running the ball. He was running power right, power left. He was running around the ends. He run up the gut.
Why do something I don't need to do to win the game?
So now, my question to you is, Syracuse rush defense is very good. Their pass defense is only giving up 176 yards a game for Syracuse. NC State's pass defense there is only giving up 184.8 yards a game. But NC State does give up 113.0 yards a game in rushing attack. Syracuse passes the ball more than they pass the ball 251.2 game to 190.4 for their rushing. NC State passes the ball 237 to 141 yards in their rush. But NC State's offense is predicated on the play action pass. So they have to establish the run in this ball game.
Yep.
But now when you got the new quarterback in there, the play action pass is not his strength. So now the question is, does Syracuse play a defense to make him beat him with the arms instead of his legs?
See, that's the thing. You said he ran the ball so much in the fourth quarter. Don't nobody know what he can do. So we got to go back and look at film from the days of yesteryear to figure out what this kid bringing to the table. You already know what type of offensive scheme that NC State runs. That's what they need to focus on. But here's what I want to know about this matchup. We know what each team can do offensively and defensive, pass offense, pass defense, rush offense, rush defense. What the special teams looking like? What that kicking game looking like? Because each and every weekend, one of these damn kickers comes into play and nobody's paying attention to the kicking game. If either one of these guys made a field goal over 40 yards, I think that's the key to victory today. That is the key to victory in this matchup. This game is going to be within 10 points, but the kicking game is definitely going to come into play in this matchup.
Well, and John, to answer your question, yeah, Syracuse hasn't played anybody. But, NC State has played Texas Tech and number 5 Clemson and Florida State. Yeah, because the last 2 games are in the ACC in their division. I understand that. But if you want to look at the common opponent between the two teams, they both played UConn. State beat UConn 41-10 with Larry there. But Syracuse also beat UConn 48-14. So it's not too much difference between the two teams. They're very talented on defensive side. I give it the point, and North Carolina State's got the best. I give it this point. I give State fans this right here. Willis and Mills are the best 2 linebackers in college football. hands down, as a duo. We know Alabama's got a guy who's one, but I'm talking two linebackers. I'm talking about a duo concept. They got one of the best two in college football. There you go. Nose of the ball. They both can cover guys coming in. They both can cover tight ends. But the heart and soul of that defense, too, is coming out of their safety and Ingle. Ingle has missed a lot of tackles the last two games that NC State played, at Clemson and against Florida State. But Clemson showed that if you can stop NC State's offense, that puts a bind on the NC State defense.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. I don't think with this, as close as this matchup is statistically on paper, and they get out here and play and match up, it's going to be even more closer. I think their skill set match, not evenly matched, but I think the skill set is there on both sides of the ball. And I think that field position and whoever win the kicking game is going to come out to be the keys to victory in this matchup here.
Now, NC State is the second time NC State is not favored to win the game. They weren't favored to beat Clemson. They were favored to beat FSU. Now the question is, they're a 3-point underdog in this ball game today, and they're not going up to where it's called the Carrier Dome anymore, which is a great name, but now it's called the GMA Wireless. So I guess you're gonna have best wireless cell phone signal in the stadium today because the name of the stadium. So they should have the best wireless thing out there. Should be able to get signal in their phones. So they can call back and tell, hey, you're on TV, But the problem I see in this game here, I have two things. I don't know what the backup quarterback can do in the passing game. That kind of scares me for NC State. I know the Wolfpack fans probably know what he can do. I understand that, but the question is, he's not on game film to throw. He's got a few passes, but he's not on the game film last week of throwing the football. You have only a short amount of time to prepare for this quarterback because you only know a certain sample size because Larry took all the snaps so far this year. He only came in and played mopped up things in a few games. Now my question in this game here is, can he carry the Wolfpack's offense like Devin Larry could if he was playing? See, that's the question.
That wouldn't even be my mind frame, my focus. No. I wouldn't put that on him. That's not his job to come out there and lead them the way he would do that. Come out here and bring to the table what we worked on this week in practice and just do that. Here's the game plan. Here you go. That's how it is. You don't go out and get the next girlfriend to act like the last girlfriend. So why do they want to do that? Anytime a collegiate backup comes in, that is the thing. One of the announcers always says that, well, the team out here is looking for leadership as their starter, but they're not going to get that today. Exactly. You're getting a different look. Sometimes it throws teams off. Sometimes the kid comes in nervous. But it's all about the support system and what he learned in practice this week. Yes, we're talking about practice, coach. And if the coaches do their job, the kid will succeed.
All right, so now we get to the time. We know John said that he has NC State winning this game. Do you side with him and you take your hunch that North Carolina State wins this game today on the road at Syracuse?
Yes. Give me NC State.
I'm going with Syracuse this ball game. It ain't because I don't like NC State or nothing like that from State fans. I know I'm gonna get the grief. I'm not sold on the quarterback. I'm not sold on the NC State quarterback that's playing today. If Larry's playing, yeah, I'll probably give the edge to NC State. But right now, I don't know about this quarterback here. I don't know if he can actually pass the ball more than 10 to 15 yards down the field.
Okay, let me put you on the spot. Georgia quarterback before Bennett. Bennett's been in college, what, 7 years? He's been the backup for 5 years. He's probably the longest tenured collegiate athlete other than the guy that got in the military 2 years ago. He waited a long time as a backup. Maybe this kid the same way. It's a long path to stardom in collegiate football when you try to do it your way, when you believe in you.
Okay, I'm gonna put you on the spot. This kid come out of I think it is College of Charleston, where he was the Southern Conference best quarterback, but then he graduated and went to NC State. Well, he
wants to be playing ball.
But to me, I don't know if he's got that mentality to play Power 5 football coming out of that small conference.
See, you're gonna make me watch that game today. What time that game come on? 3:30?
3:30 on the ACC network.
Shit, I still bet the homecoming because that's not a with the 5. And since I be on color people time, I'm gonna get home 6:30. So I'm gonna miss that whole game.
That's when you recorded it. Or if you got the ESPN, give a little bit of that shout out here for ESPN. Or if you have the ESPN Watch app, you can go back and watch the game later. You don't have to record it.
Well, I get that. And I used to love recording sports, but someone's always going to fuck it up. So I don't record it anymore. I just look at my phone and yell for obvious reasons throughout the day.
All right, we're going to do another speed round here. We're getting pushed for time. We're at the 2 hours and 6 minute mark of the show. That means we're under 54 minutes to kickoff time here in our 3 hour show. So we need to keep it right on time so we can get everybody to the thing because he's got to get to his high school reunion. We don't want to make him late for that. We want to make him on time.
It's 8 a.m. We'll be all right.
So
I love making an entrance anyway.
You gonna wear that? You gonna wear your hat with the wig on it?
I'm gonna wear my natural hair. Why would I wear this when I have this?
Hey, some people like some people like to go to the high school reunion without having gray in their hair.
Hey, I'm proud of being 51, bro. I'm proud of this age. Proud. 4 wives, 6 kids, strong, bro.
Hey, that's okay though. People will be laughing. Oh, you bald? I say yeah, but I wait about 2 or 3 weeks. I can let my hair grow all the way back out. I'm not naturally bald. So. I just chose to be bald.
I've never heard that before in my life. I'm not naturally bald. You know that, right?
I'm not. I could grow a head full of hair in probably about 3 or 4 weeks.
From the chest to my kneecaps, I'm bald. But up here, it's crazy.
Yeah, we know you like to swim, so you went in with the swimming body. We know that.
You need it. Call me Dre Phelps around here.
Hey, okay, so does BYU get back in the winning tracks against Arkansas?
Hell no. Houston Nutt and I talked last night because he know how I feel about my Arkansas people. Shout out to the White family already. White King, Murray, all of you down there in Arkansas. We had a strong talk about Arkansas's program. Which way are we going? All that talent not being utilized the right way. Because Houston Nutt is one of those coaches who believes in his own philosophy, his own coaching style. He has coaches, but don't listen to them. Don't use their input, their resources. If it's not Houston Nutt way, it's not going to be done. But I think now, with the changing of the times and the transfer portal, I think now he's starting to open up his ways and listen to people and understand that he's not always going to be right. That's called being a good coach, Houston Nutt. And thank you for accepting my phone call this week.
Yeah, but problem is, this game is not in Fayetteville, Arkansas. This game is up in Provo, Utah, at BYU.
The Utes.
No, I got the Utes because they're at home.
Brigham Young. Only if Steve Young.
I got Brigham. I got BYU. I got the Cougars. Sorry about that. All right, Gardner-Webb versus Liberty. Who you got?
Oh, Gardner-Webb. I love them. Give me some Gardner-Webb.
You taking Gardner-Webb?
Yeah.
I got Hugh Freeze. They haven't let me down since I've been picking them the last 2 weeks, so I'm going with Liberty on that one.
You've been on the road.
Maryland. We'll go into Indiana today. Who you got?
used to love the Hoosiers when my cousin played football there. Shout out to Ray Moore. But I got to go with the Maryland Terrapins. Fear the Turtle.
Yeah, I hope they don't let me down like they did last week. I got Maryland again.
When everybody thought the Pelicans were ugly, now everybody likes them.
Okay, Northern Illinois let us both down last week. They're going up against Eastern Michigan today at Eastern Michigan at 3:30 on ESPN Plus. Who you got in the game?
This before Halloween, they both drink in schools. Eastern Illinois women are not that hot. I'm going NIU.
Yeah, I'm going to stay right there with them too. Kent State will go into Toledo here today. Who you got?
Give me Toledo.
Taking Toledo. You believe the hype that because Toledo won last week? You believe in the hype now?
Well, I play competitive softball with a guy from Toledo, so that's why I'm picking Toledo.
I'm going with K-State because I'm going with Kent State. Kent State showed me something against Georgia. I'm going with Kent State. Ohio, not the Ohio, just a regular Ohio University. The Bobcats at Western Michigan. Who you got today?
Give me Western Michigan.
Yeah, Western Michigan. I got Ohio. I just like the Bobcats, I don't know why, but
I like Ohio.
Texas State at Troy. Texas State is the one that we picked Appalachian against, and Texas State beat Appalachian last week. Do they continue to win?
Yeah, give me Texas State again. They look sexy.
All right, John said Maryland because of the quarterback. He said Eastern Michigan. He said Western Michigan, and he says Troy.
Bow your head.
You're taking what? Texas State, or are you taking Troy?
Texas State.
I want to make sure I hit you right area here.
Hold on, I want to cut you off for 1 second and just say something. I got 3 TVs on right now. One is on ESPN, and one is on us, and one is on Dateline with the volume down. I don't know what happened, but I've been looking over here periodically. I think I figured out the case of Dateline.
What's on Dateline?
I think this guy murdered his neighbor and his wife and the dog down the street.
Well, I got the men of Troy, so I got Troy in this one.
You said the men of Troy, huh?
The men of Troy.
Hell of a documentary.
All right, Charlotte, the 49ers goes into UAB. Who you got?
That's interesting. UAB left program, quit, came back. Charlotte's a new football program. So they about the same time, really, in having a football program. I got love for Charlotte. I played ball down there at UAB, right in the back on the other side of the field. Birmingham After Dark, one of the best strip clubs in America. Let me go with Charlotte.
Charlotte is my home state. I'm from North Carolina, but I got UAB. I don't think Charlotte can win this game today because they're playing at UAB. I think Charlotte went to the strip joint down there too early.
I feel you. That's a good strip club down there in B-Town.
Hey, I got Western Kentucky versus Middle Tennessee. Who you got?
Middle Tennessee.
John agrees with you. He took Charlotte in that one. You got Middle Tennessee on this one?
Yeah.
I got the Hilltoppers. Western Kentucky. All right, number 25, James Madison at Georgia Southern on ESPN Plus. Who you got in this game?
James Madison is ranked. That is a story itself. That's a 30 for 30 right there.
But it's a team. It's a team that comes out of the football championship to the football subdivision.
Right.
FBS.
So James Madison playing who?
They're playing Georgia Southern. Down in Statesboro.
Give me James Madison.
Yeah, I think James Madison is going to win this game. All right, Wisconsin at Michigan State.
Wisconsin has let me down twice this year, I do believe. Or was it once?
But they won last week.
They got one loss, right?
I think they lost to. I think they got 2.
I can never roll with Michigan State.
I'll tell you in a minute. Hold on.
Yeah. While you're doing that, I can never roll Michigan State. Any damn thing. Anything. Lying ass school. I hate the football program on all counts. So I'm definitely going with Wisconsin on this one.
All right, Wisconsin is 3-3, 1-2 in the Big Ten. Michigan State is 2-4, 0-3 in the Big Ten.
Good. Let's go Wisconsin. Beat them in the ground. Shut them out today.
John's got Wisconsin. John's also said, I would like to see James Madison play Deion Sanders' team, Jacksonville State. I think that would be a good game. Could be.
If Shedeur goes out and play a good game today for Jackson State, he would definitely be on that Heisman board, along with Walker.
I got a question about, since he brought Jackson State in, I got one question for you. Mm-hmm. The handshake of Deion Sanders and the other team's coach last week, and the way he does Deion Sanders.
What about it?
Just him. He didn't. Deion was trying to talk to him. Guy came up and shook him and took off and turned his head and kind of did a little shake like this, where he couldn't get so close to Deion, and then he took off.
You know why he did that?
Nah.
Huh?
Nah, I don't know why.
So
I know they lost.
That's a ritual before the game, and the coach didn't know that. He thought Deion was antagonizing the team, showboating, trying to show him up, and all of that. Deion walks around the stadium before the game, and the coach didn't like that because he didn't know what he was doing. He didn't know. He spoke way too soon, and all of that. Deion been doing the same thing. If people don't understand your ritual, they take it the wrong way. Like I used to talk to myself when I got in the gym when I played ball. And a teammate of mine thought I was talking to him, and we almost got into a fight. It took somebody else to tell him, look, that dude talks to himself. He's not talking to nobody but himself. Just let it go. It may sound like he's talking to you, but he's talking to himself. That's all Deion was doing, his routine. But I like the fact his son signed an NIL deal with Tom Brady clothing line. He got the barbecue sauce #2, and he got a Gatorade deal. I think he almost got about $4 million total with all three of his NIL deals.
Right. I mean, that too. So you're taking Wisconsin, I'm taking the Badgers too. I don't think Michigan State's all that this year. I think the loss of Walker and all that from last year's team is the thing. Tulane, the Green Wave at South Florida. Does South Florida get back on the winning streak? Get back on the winning of this ball game, or does Tulane go in and ride the Green Wave into South Florida?
Ooh, they both got the little Green Wave going. Huh? You got the posse and the Green Wave. Give me South FLA.
You staying with them since they let you down last week? You gonna go back with them this week?
You know me. I put out to them Florida teams.
I think I'm gonna ride the Green Wave on this one, all the way from New Orleans.
Well, it was wavy there lately. Too soon.
Louisiana Tech at North Texas.
Who's it? La Tech, baby. Give me La Tech.
Yeah, I got Louisiana Tech in this one also. All right. Washington plays in Washington, but they lost to Arizona State last week. They got Arizona this week. Who wins this ball game?
You said Boston College and Arizona State?
No, Washington. Washington lost to Arizona State last week. Now they got Arizona this week. Who wins the ball game?
Arizona.
I think Washington gets back on the winning streak. That I got Washington in this game. All right, Rice and Florida Atlantic. Who you got? You showing the Florida Atlantic love this time, or are you going to take Rice?
Give me Florida Atlantic. I plan on moving to Florida one day and retiring with a young 30-year-old. So I'm going to keep my love and options open down there because they know I'm going to move down there and be a resident one day. John's agreeing with you. He agrees with me, Washington. He agrees with you with Florida Atlantic. I'm going to take Rice. I'm going to take Rice. All right, brother. We're getting to your game here today. LSU comes into Gainesville, Florida. Last week you picked Missouri over Florida. Florida wins. How does LSU and Florida pair up this season? See, Kelly, now that he took the self-imposed probation, he's not coming out as strong, but then I thought that was going to be the approach until I saw the talent that's on LSU, what they have to offer, and what we have, that being Florida, and what Anthony is doing at quarterback. So I'm already coming in down 2 turnovers. One of them is going to be a pick 6. So I'm already down 14-0 going to this game. It's going to be an ugly, ugly, ugly game that Florida somehow, some kind of a way, is going to figure out a win this game, probably 18-13. It's going to be a wild-ass game. Wow. Is it our homecoming? No. I think our homecoming next home game.
Yeah. Well, a caption I caught today, Kelly's looking for LSU to clean up mistakes in the swamp. But I want to get your opinion on this. This is the first thing that caught my eyes when I was doing my notes. I like to go to ESPN. I like to look at their matchup predictor. Okay? They give LSU 62.7% on the road to Ben Griffin Stadium, the Swamp, against Florida, 37.3%. They are favoring LSU in this ballgame. On the matchup predictor.
Have you seen the way LSU has played the past 2 games and the way Florida's played the past 2 games?
Yeah.
That's not the tendencies that Florida has shown that everybody can see. You can take advantage of that each and every weekend. We haven't fixed it yet. We haven't fixed it at all this year. What our problem is, it's lacking. There's no way before the ball is hiked, I should know what the play is. There's no optical illusion here. You might as well just look at me, just give us the playbook. Give the opposing team the playbook and have them call the plays. Like our offense coordinator and head coach don't know what's going on. They don't know what's going on. They're indecisive. The communication is horrible. There's no belief system. Where's the leadership? No one wants to be held accountable. Nobody wants to be held responsible for nothing. I don't even know who runs out the tunnel first anymore. I really don't. We're going to win ugly today. It's not going to be pretty SEC football. It's not going to be Florida Gator football. But we will have the hottest women on national TV today, I tell you that. Go Gators.
Well, Tennessee Jones sucks this right here. He said LSU defense is worse than Auburn's. Florida by at least 18. Bank on it. It's only because of turnovers. Well, to answer your question, if you look at it, LSU's defense is only giving up 328 yards, 0.5 per game on the year. Florida's defense is giving up 412 yards, 0.8 per game.
Here's the thing. When Anthony and the offense is rolling, short passes and running, it's like somebody says, that's not enough. Let's stretch the field on consecutive fucking plays. We've made it on the other side of the 50. Dinking and dunking. Option, running outside and going inside when we have to in a little play action, but keeping the ball within 10-yard throws. But now you want to throw a 30-yard bomb three plays in a row. Now we punt. Come on, man. Make it make sense. We do this each and every week, even in the games we won. He's trying to prove to the world he can coach and Anthony can throw the ball. I don't need Anthony to prove to everybody, hey, I can throw a 40-yard bomb. Who gives a fuck if we lose? You're not playing Florida Gator football. You're not playing smart football. Just because you play at Florida and go to Florida don't mean we're going to win the game. Those days are over with. You got to play the game.
So you got winning this ball game.
I got Florida with it 18-13.
All right, Dre. You know you picked against them last week. You say you're superstitious. You're picking Florida this week.
I'm going with all my teams, man. I go with everybody in Florida. Everybody in Florida get on my back. Let's go.
The only time you haven't gone with
think you froze on me. He'll be right back. But yeah, I knew I went against the grain when they came against my Gators last week against Missouri. It's just the way they've been playing. You know, they haven't been doing the things they are capable of doing. Reading the defense, understanding the coverage. They weren't getting any of that. It's like they're 2 seconds off, and that's like 6 blocks behind in real time. And that's how they've been playing. And time proving differently. Yeah. That's why last week it went that way. But I watched the practice this week. I watched a couple of the interviews on Twitter, went to YouTube, sent out a few messages to a couple of guys on the website. So I think we're back on track. They told me, Dre, we're going to come out and play a much stronger first half. That way the game is not much of a pressure the second half.
Yeah, I was about to get my pick here for this game, but I got the Gator people kicked me off because I won't picking them today. I think LSU's going to win this game.
You live in Florida now. Be careful. You live in FLA.
Oh, I know where I live at.
Okay.
But, you know, this right here shows that I don't care about the Florida teams right here, see?
It's right,
that right there.
4 hours in Gainesville, right?
No, I'm only an hour and a half from Gainesville.
Hour and a half? Okay.
Hour and a half. See, I don't care about any. See, I don't care about any Gator fans and any stuff.
Oh, I see it.
I'm on my Tar Heel.
I'm tattoo free, man. I'm thinking about getting one when I turn to double nickel in 3 years.
Hey, I did get the lifer tattoo though.
I'm gonna get a tramp stamp.
All right, who you got? Utah State or Colorado State?
I think Utah State needs to wake up. Come on, Utah State. Come on.
Yeah, I don't know. I got Colorado State since they're playing at home.
Still go to the gym?
Damn. University of Louisiana Monroe versus South Alabama. This is on the NFL Network.
Give me South Alabama. That's awesome that the NFL Network is doing it. I love it.
I'm gonna take South Alabama because they're at home. Arkansas State or Southern Miss?
Damn you, Brett Favre. Give me Arkansas State.
Yeah, I came out of the vial when Brett Favre stuff came out. I said I'm never picking Southern Miss again, so I'm going with Arkansas State. All right, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this game right here. This is the interesting game on the slate today. Number 4 Clemson goes on the road to Doak Campbell Stadium against Florida State today. This game is on ABC at 7:30. Let's talk about that game a little bit.
Clemson is not Clemson this year. I don't know. They're not that good. I don't know why they're ranked this high. They have one good Clemson game to me this year. One good game. They've looked way down than up to me. Florida State, in the words of my good buddy Hot Tub Dave, who's a huge Florida State fan, symbols. I haven't seen them play. I've only seen highlights. I've seen Clemson play more this year than Florida State. But in the highlights of what I've seen, Florida State going to win this game. They're going to win this game because this is not the same Clemson. Why does everybody keep trying to compare the Clemson team to the team that Sunshine had or when Deshaun was there? Why? They're not.
Because it's Clemson.
Well, because it's Dabo. He got lucky with 2 back-to-back quarterbacks. 2 back-to-back quarterbacks gave him a wonderful lifestyle, resume, contract, and lifestyle. But you're going to hit that hiccup, and he's at that hiccup point right now. And everybody's looking for him to do that magical wand shit. Sometimes you got to use your coaching skills and let athleticism come into play. And he's at that challenging point. And this is the game I think Florida State is going to really put Dabo where he needs to be, in his spot. Dab on down over there. Dab on down. Dabo.
John Sutton says you don't go with UCF. Laugh out loud. And then he came back and said, laugh out loud, Dre has to be on here every week. Where have you been? He's on here every week. I can't function without him on here. I'm going to tell you what. When we started this program last year, Me and Dre hooked up. We didn't know each other at the beginning. We didn't know each other. We didn't know how we were going to react.
We met in the chat room.
And then he came on and we started having this conversation and we found our common ground. We're both Navy veterans. We both got about the same attitude. And we both gelled since that first show. So if Dre ain't on here, this show don't function.
Cut it out.
You know,
this crew, this duo, this Ray and Dre.
Yeah. So I mean, he's always on here. If he's not on here, I'll drag him on here somehow, some way. Now Dre's good about it. He'll let me know if he can't make the show plenty of times, so we can work around that. But
I've done the show on 2 occasions where there's no way possible I should have been doing the show. I had robots handling me last year. They were moving my neck for me and everything behind the scenes. I couldn't do anything. I'm
talking about during the week at nights with Jay and all of the other No, I got to keep Dre away from them, and we can't mess with Dre and that. I can't share Dre out with nobody else, man.
I have a life. I do 5 shows a week. I do have a life, and it's only 7 days a week.
Yeah, we all got lives. I tell you what, when I put up when I did the graphics and all that, it was 2 hours before the show that I put all that stuff together. That's how busy I was this week, because I do the All Sports All Plays morning show now. That's about 5 days a week show in the morning.
I check that out.
Jacksonville show. I do my Jag Nation.
Yeah.
I'm about to add a Tar Heel podcast on here.
Hey,
in the next couple weeks. I'm still trying to figure out some of the issues and stuff with that, but I'm bringing that on Call Hill Nation. I got the College Breakdown Show. I do the All Sports All Plays Wrestling Hour. And I set up and I do all the stuff that I need to do to set up these shows. So I'm busy and for comparing these shows together.
I thought I'd do my show on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Montez at midday. I do the podcast every Wednesday. I do this show every Saturday with you, College Breakdown. Then I do my college show later on tonight.
So let me ask this question right here. On top of all that, I run the website for the All Sports All Plays Network too.
Well, I do my own writing. Everything I do. I sell my own shit. I do it all. Just somebody else do my website.
Yeah, and somebody asked me, how do you get your notes for these games and stuff? I said, well, I don't know. I ad-lib.
Yeah.
We ad-libs.
Watch a lot of TV, a lot of internet, because what I do, I try to work from 4:45 in the morning to 2 o'clock every day. I take notes, read, watch, listen, because 2 of the TVs talk and read to me. So I leave those 2 on, do their own thing. They're reading on Sports Illustrated or my ESPN magazine or the local newspaper if I find something interesting in there. And then I have the major sports shows on in the morning. And then, the bad news comes out between 12 and 2 for the day. Anything after 2 o'clock is considered next day news to me in my world. So that's why I work till 2 o'clock.
Yeah. So anyway, and if you don't know, yes, I do pull up the ESPN. I run the stats off of ESPN. That's the best way to do it. Instead of me trying to figure out all the stats myself, put it in these spreadsheet, and that saves a little bit of time. But also to give this, I think Dre, you're part of this 27.3% of people that said FSU is going to win. I am part of the 72.7% of Clemson. And the reason why is, and I give this, and this is how I play off my notes in these games. I get a comment like this. Clemson, because saw what they did against North Carolina State defense. FSU has the offense, but average defense. I believe this way will be a high-scoring game in the mid to high 30s. John, I like playing off people like you because you make some key points. What does DJ Ugalea do best? He likes to run the ball. Guess what? He could run the ball against FSU defense, because if FSU defense cannot figure out the quarterback run that they couldn't figure out in that fourth quarter, Clemson's going to have a good day, because that's going to set up DJ Ugalea arm and his passing, because he can do a lot more play action pass in this ball game. But on the other, I'm going to take Dre's side on this a little bit here and give you a little bit too. You still got to watch out for Florida State's quarterback, because he's dangerous with his legs also. So what that means for Clemson's defense is, what do you have to do with a running quarterback? You have to stay in your lane. If you get out of your lane, and I'm going to tell you what, the best person I went to ask about this question, and I went back, I had to go back a long ways. I had to find my old high school football coach. My old one, not the one that passed, not my one in my senior year. I'm talking about the day back in middle school.
Oh, good God.
Why you ask me? I went all the way back to there. He had a theory about running quarterbacks. And we played against 5 running quarterbacks in middle school. Yeah, it's different from college. I understand that. But he had an understanding. To play a running quarterback, you take your 2 defensive ends and you don't play them in their normal position. You don't play them on the end. You play them 15 yards outside of where the original play. To the side. You move them 15 yards out.
Out or back?
Out.
Okay.
On the side.
Spread.
15 yards away from their normal spot. Usually they're right by 2 or 3 feet, maybe an inch or so away from the tackle, the defensive tackle, usually when they play. He had a theory about it. He said why he did that, because I know my defensive ends has a tendency to get out of their lanes. So if you start them outside of their lanes, by the time they get to the quarterback and the quarterback's out to run, they're in their lane.
Interesting. That's deep.
So to that point, we know Kyle Murphy likes to rush the passer, but sometimes he rushes undisciplined and he gets out of his lane. And when he does that, that opens up the back end. That opens up the end for the quarterback to run around him like it ain't nothing but a cold turkey. And if he's not gonna catch Pryor. I don't care how fast he is, he's not gonna catch Pryor. So which defense will come today to play their style defense? And if Clemson plays disciplined defense and stay in their lanes, they can stop Florida State's offense.
See, that whole scenario there this season, I can't see it happening, because Clemson has to play Dabo-style football, and they haven't done that this year. Only one time, I think. One time. They're really reminiscent of the old Dabo Sweeney that we know type style Clemson team. They're not the same Clemson Tigers. I don't know what it is. He blamed it on having a young group of players, but that's how you recruit it, dude. That's all on you. It's all on you. On the other side, Florida State, the highlights that I've seen, and shout out to my man Hot Tub Dave, big fan of the school, they're fast. And you were right about that quarterback. I think the pressure is on Clemson more than it is Florida State. Clemson has more to prove than Florida State in this game. And if Florida State goes out there, be wild, be disruptive, that throws Clemson off their games. Let them make mistakes and take advantage of it.
But you know the best way to beat a team that's got a big 6'7" wide receiver?
Sleep with his sister.
No. You drive the ball down the field and you take time off the clock and you keep their offense on the sideline.
Yep. Tick, 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 tick.
The question is, can Clemson sustain a drive that is long drives from, say you get the ball at the 25-yard line, you got to go 75 yards. Can they drive the ball 8 to 9 minutes at 75 yards and score, get a touchdown out of it? And now you limit the possessions for Florida State's offense.
Are you saying can Clemson offense sustain a long drive?
Yes.
That's not Dabo's style, though. That's not his style. See, now we're getting outside of his zone, out of his comfort zone. He's not a long drive coach. He's very impatient. He doesn't have time for all that. He hates excuses. If you missed an open receiver, he goes straight to the damn quarterback. Just watch him. Anytime a receiver hits the wrong spot, doesn't go the way that Dabo drew it up, after that possession change, he's going right over there, pull that headset down, and going to talk to the quarterback. What happened? The guy was wide open. That's what I'm saying. He likes to move the ball. He's not one of those guys, hey, let's hold on to the ball at least 29.28 minutes this first half, coach. He's not that guy. He wants to put 30 points on the board by halftime.
Right. So we seen Clemson win a shootout with Wake Forest, 51-45 in 2 overtimes.
Damn good game.
North Carolina State scored 20, but Clemson scored 30 the last 2 games. Then they beat Boston College, which Boston College is not up to Boston College standards.
Right.
They beat 31-3.
That's the only game they played Clemson football right there.
Yeah, up in Chestnut Hill. So that to me, if you're playing Clemson football, that means you got to be beating teams that you're supposed to beat. And right now, everybody thinks that FSU is coming up, but they're not there right now. They're not there at where they need to be.
Yeah,
according to FSU standards.
Right.
According to FSU standards, they should be back doing what Bobby Bowden did when he first came into the ACC, dominated everybody.
Yeah, but you can't go with that. The days of what we used to could do, or the days of yesteryear. That's how as college football fans don't want to go with the new times, because we get caught up in what we used to do. You can't do what they did in the 70s, 80s, and 90s no more. Hell no, not in college football. Not recruiting, not coaching, and definitely not play style. No. We need somebody to be ready. And I think the potential is there for Florida State. All they need is a little gaming experience. That's it. You know the first time how you actually went to a strip club? You still act that way? No. Because now you know how to act.
Yeah, I did away with that a long time ago. I went back and found God again.
Good for you.
I went back and found God. So I kind of stay away from that. Even though I had to pick some of them people up because of Uber, Pastor, I'm sorry, but I have to go and pick some of these people up. But after I drop them off, I do repent. I do pray, ask for forgiveness.
There you go.
So, but anyway, to me, one of 2 things got to happen. Florida State's defense got to figure out stopping and running quarterback. If I was Clemson, I would set up some scheduled quarterback keepers in this ball game, just to start off with, to see would they test their defense.
He's going to come with that. If they score first, if Clemson scores first on their first offensive possession, I wouldn't be so shocked if he feels the momentum kind of not going his way from the beginning of the game, from when they get to the field, and he wants to shift that momentum, onside kicking. I can see that. I can see Dabo doing that today.
So the question is, if Clemson plays Clemson football and FSU can't stop the quarterback run, I think Clemson wins this ball game, and I'm going with the bigger percentage of the people. I say Clemson wins this game, and I say they win it by a field goal.
Field goal. I'm gonna go with the other people.
You're going with FSU, right?
I'm going with FSU. I can't make the noise. I don't think that's the right thing to do anymore. Well, I ain't supposed to be doing that no more, am I? I'm going Florida State.
All right. That game's on ABC at 7:30. Number 16, Mississippi State versus number 22, Kentucky. The SEC network right here. 8 o'clock. I'm sorry, 7:30. They're playing up in Lexington. They're playing at Kroger Field.
Kroger Field.
They're playing at the grocery store field.
Give me Kentucky. Hey, Kroger could be combining with that other grocery store that start with an A. That could lower our food costs. Got a major food chain merger coming, guys. Say, watch.
So you got Kentucky. I think Mississippi State wins. I think Kentucky's still on kind of a down low right now. I got Mississippi State winning this game.
Mississippi State, you have them. Okay.
Yeah. All right, we got Stanford versus Notre Dame at 7:30 on NBC Peacock on the Peacock channel. Notre Dame won last week. Stanford, can Stanford get back on their track of defeating Notre Dame, or is this going to be the tail end? And this is the start of final season for Brian Shaw at Stanford.
I thought Brian Shaw was already fired. I'm not going to lie.
No, he's still there.
I can't believe it. How did this program change, come such a long way with the evolution of technology in football? Get so good, producing talent in the NFL, then all of a sudden just drops off the face of the earth. How does that happen? I mean, Stanford's a good program, good location out in California, good people, good kids, good-looking women. I don't get it. I don't know what happened to that school. This would have been a great matchup a few years ago. Great matchup. Two smart-ass schools, gifted at the quarterback position. But now, doesn't Notre Dame have that quarterback that looked like he's in junior high? That little big kid? Because the other kid got hurt. Yeah, this kid don't look like he's big enough to play football. His parents need to really think about that and check on him. That kid looked a little bit too small to be playing quarterback. Notre Dame is not Notre Dame without their leader at quarterback. I don't know who the hell Stanford is anymore. I don't know who that is. I don't know who the Stanford Cardinals are anymore. Tiger, go talk to him. Andrew Luck, go talk to him. Somebody go talk to that school. But I got Notre Dame winning today. Rudy was offsides.
Rudy's offsides? You still saying he's offsides?
That was one of the funniest signs at College Game Day a few years ago, man. This kid had a sign up that said, Rudy was offsides.
Okay. So you got Notre Dame winning this game. You got Rudy winning this game.
Oh, yeah. Peyton Manning's back, baby.
All right. I'm going to say Notre Dame wins this ball game. I think Notre Dame won last week. I think they might put up a winning streak. I think Willingham is probably finally. I think the new head coach has finally found his niche on this Notre Dame team. So I think they still coming. But, yeah, Peyton Manning's the guest speaker today on College Game Day. But that's okay. All right, Nebraska at Purdue. Who you got?
Nebraska got a 2-game winning streak.
Let me pull their stuff up too.
I think Nebraska done won 2 games in a row on us.
You sure?
I think without telling nobody.
All right, let me go down here. I'm pulling up Nebraska real quick here.
If Nebraska got 2 wins, they trying to go bowling.
All right.
And that means
let's see your theory. You said they won 2 straight?
I think.
You're exactly right, because they beat Indiana 35-21. They beat Rutgers 14-13.
I'm staying with them. They trying to go bowling, and I think those kids like the coach.
That record is 3-3 and 2-1 in conference play.
Yeah. They trying to go bowling.
You going with that? And Purdue's won 3 straight, and they beat FAU 28-26. They beat number 21 Minnesota 20-10, and they beat Maryland 31-29. So I'm gonna stay with Purdue.
Alumni coach this season.
I'm gonna stay with Purdue in this one. I think Purdue is gonna go on a 4-game winning streak and stop the 2-game winning streak against Nebraska.
With the Boilermakers. You going Boilermakers? I'm going Cornhuskers. Either way, both families work hard.
Yeah, and then Memphis at East Carolina today at 7:30 on ESPNU. Who you got?
I got Nebraska. Who you got?
You got ECU, right?
Oh, I thought you said Nebraska. ECU and who?
ECU and Memphis. I took Purdue, by the way.
I'm going to my homecoming, and one of my classmates' son went to Memphis. So I'm going to take Memphis.
Well, I used to go, I was recruited by ECU football. I went down to party with them back in my younger days.
Great school.
And when I went down there, to East Carolina. He played the University of Miami when they beat University of Miami. And so that recruiting trip, I got to party on the big green hill after the game.
Jeff Blake, the quarterback?
Yep.
My man, he could kick it. He was a partier, man. When he came to Charlotte, I met him. He was a cool dude. Real cool.
He came from a party school. He should have learned how to party. That's what they teach at ECU, how to party.
They're in App State.
So I got ECU winning this. I think Elders, the quarterback, is going to be a tremendous job, and I think Memphis is going to have a hard time actually stopping him today. All righty. Number 7, USC versus number 20, Utah. Who you got?
I say this every week. I'm going to watch USC play because this game comes on late, right?
This game comes on. No, it comes on 8 o'clock on Fox.
Damn it. Well, I should be home by then. I want to see this team play. I'm tired of it's like I keep hearing about this team, but I haven't seen nothing. All I keep seeing is highlights. And the highlights that I saw, that's why I made the comment. I think they should be ranked much higher than Clemson. USC is – this man has said, okay, I'm going to go out here and do something. They said they ain't going to do nothing that first year. He took 4 people with him. He took 4 people that are proven leaders to go to that school. And look at what he's doing. And then what he got coming the next 3 years? Lincoln, I believe in Riley, USC. Let's do it. Let's do it. He finally bringing football back to the left coast. Now, if Stanford get on board, this thing could look real nice. UCLA get on board, this thing could look real nice. We got the left coast doing good, the middle, the south. We'll deal with them people up in the corner next time.
And to answer this guy's question here, does Louisville play this weekend? No, they don't play this weekend. He also stated that you can make it us, Atlanta Braves, still made it, laugh out LOL. Don't worry, my Oregon sucks going to beat USC for the Pac-12 championship.
No way. No.
He said, and my thoughts on how Bo Nix has done with Oregon after the University of Georgia loss.
He finally settled down. We talked about that.
Yep.
It was the best move him ever leaving that school. Best move he ever made. Now he can build his own legacy, write his own book, and concentrate on the game instead of hearing his daddy's name every damn game. Well, you're nothing like your daddy. Who want to hear that shit every damn game?
Hey, so
I mean, can I get a break, bro?
Yeah, I got you. I got USC winning, beating Utah. New Mexico versus New Mexico State. The Battle of New Mexico.
That makes no sense at all. I wonder what is the requirements to get in at both of those schools.
I don't know. So who you got though?
Give me New Mexico State.
I'm going with the other one. I'm going with New Mexico. All right. How about Washington State versus Oregon State? Who you got?
Read the Beavers of Oregon State. Nobody. When did you get that Beaver stuff? Last week.
Yeah, they're playing Caballas, Oregon. I got Oregon State on that one. Air Force versus UNLV.
They playing in Vegas?
Yep.
Give me Unlove. Give me Unlove.
I'm taking Air Force. Aim high, aim Air Force.
I've slept with 2 Air Force women in my life.
All right, San Jose State versus Fresno State.
I like San Jose State. They sexy in their uniform.
Yeah, I'm going to take San Jose State for that one. Nevada versus Hawaii. In Hawaii.
What? 808 in the building, baby. Give me my rainbows all day.
Yeah, we both got some common factors there. We both were stationed in Hawaii, so.
Pearl Harbor in the building, baby.
Yep.
Arizona Hall, baby.
All right, so we got them all. That was all the games right there, except for this game here we're about to talk about. Yes, I pulled the ranked on it. Yes, I pulled it. North Carolina at Duke at 8 o'clock, ACC Network. The Battle of the Carolinas. Here we go. Yes, it is the great rivalry in basketball, but we're bringing it to the football field. We're bringing the victory bell. So, yes, I pulled it. I said it. I pulled this one today. I don't talk about my team that much on this show. But when it comes to this game, I will bring it. I will pull the game because it's a Duke game. Because this is how much I hate Duke. I think Duke is nothing but puke. Dookies. They used to call themselves the Dookies back in the 80s. And I thought, and when you mentioned the word Dookies, that means you're sitting on the toilet or something. This is the game right here. And they're playing in the high school stadium of Wallace Wade Stadium. And they named the field after Brooks. So it's Brooks Field at Wallace Wade Stadium tonight.
Oh, God. Oh, man. For you people that don't know, in Carolina, in the state of Carolina, you think basketball is something. But over the past few decades, this football thing between Carolina and Duke is on a whole new level. I had the pleasure of going to a Carolina-Duke basketball game, and I had the pleasure of going to a Carolina-Duke football team. I'm laughing so hard because of the tailgating. Totally different tailgating experience from the basketball to the football. The football tailgating is off the damn chain. It's on a whole new level. Whole new level. What you see on TV is not even a snippet of it. You're going to lose your mind in this situation here, man, in this game tonight. Does your wife even bother you when you watch this game?
I won't be at home tonight. I'll be sitting at Wings, Allen Wings, getting me some wings with the Carolina fan club. So I'll be at the game
with the people.
Yeah, I'm going with the Carolina fan club here in Jacksonville. We have a Jacksonville Carolina club, and they're doing a game watch for this game at Allen's Wings. So that's where I'll be.
You know, that's something I've never, ever done. I've never been with a group of guys or women and we're rooting for the same college team or pro team. I'm not talking about baseball. I mean, Cardinals everywhere. But far as a Bronco watch party, never been to one unless it's a Super Bowl. There's bandwagon fuckers. College football, Florida here in St. Louis? Nope. Kentucky fan club here in basketball? Nope. I've never been to something like that. I need to find me a club like that. I would love to be in the same room that people feel the same way I feel. It has to be beautiful.
One of the ASAP people who got the ASAP moniker said we got to do it all together one time. Let's go. Yeah, true.
I'll do a show.
Yeah, we all should do all the show. We should go watch a game all together.
That'd be awesome. What's a good game coming up? We should do one of the football playoff games. Ooh.
Yeah.
What about opening out an NBA?
Yeah, we can do that too.
Yeah, opening our NBA, watch the game, and talk shit about it.
Well, we know about Drake May. We don't know too much about Leonard. Leonard has had a good season for Duke University. He has 8 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He was 110 out of 166 attempts for 1,312 yards. We know Luke Bay is 135 of 193, 1,903 yards, 21 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. Duke likes to run the ball. They have 58 carries for 307 yards for Coleman with 4 touchdowns. The freshman for Carolina leads Carolina's way with 71 carries, 329 yards, and 6 touchdowns. But Carolina and Duke has one of the 2 most dangerous wide receivers, I believe, in the ACC. That's Calhoun for Duke at 23 receptions, 356 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Josh Downs with 28 receptions, 299 yards, and 5 touchdowns. But Josh Downs has missed 2 games this season, and now he's back at full strength and healthy the last 2 games. So now the question is, we know about Drake May. We know about Calhoun and Jet Downs. Does Carolina defense, we know about Carolina defense's struggle all season long. We know about it. I had Duke fans saying they talking all that junk today in all these group chat rooms and says, They. This is all cryptic here. They said that North Carolina doesn't have a chance because of their defense, the way Duke plays. But now they're also riding high because they got a new head coach and Elk, who came out of Jimbo Fisher's coaching tree, who coached at Texas A&M with the defensive pedigree. So today's game is going to be not Mac Brown versus Elk. It's going to be Longo, the offensive coordinator from North Carolina, who is a very good offensive coordinator, who's got a high explosive offense, against a defensive-minded coach who has stopped some of the best. Even he was the defensive coordinator when they beat Alabama last year. So the question is, which coordinator is going to have a good chance of doing it?
I think Carolina has the advantage in this game. I really do. I know they haven't played the best football, the type of Carolina football they wanted to play this year. And I've watched more Carolina football than I care to admit due to you. And I can see them understanding they're not where they want to be at as a football team. But this is that game where they can do that self-check. This could be the game to do it. Let's see what we're trying to do here, guys. This is the game to do it. And it's one of those games that mean a lot to the kids. This is one of those games that really means a lot in that whole Carolina shit-talking little pool you in.
Yeah. So they saying that Carolina's defense is going to be the joke. I forgot. I missed one game. I thought Louisville wasn't playing today, but they're playing Wake Forest. Who you got? Louisville or Wake Forest?
Wake Forest going to wake up. Give me Wake. The Demon Deacons.
So you got let me put that game in. I think I was kind of rushed into getting this thing put together so I can do our thing. So that's my fault. You know,
I did a podcast the other week and forgot to hit record.
All right, so I got Wake Forest to win in that game, but let's finish this game up because we're going over in overtime. We got to get you out of here so you can get ready for your big day, and then we got to get ready for some college football. So, to me, I think North Carolina will win this game. I won't say it will be big, but I have a feeling that North Carolina is going to win by 14 points today.
I see them winning. I don't see that many points, but I see Carolina winning this game. That's funny.
Yeah, I got North Carolina winning this game. Let's see what John said. I believe this is Mac Brown's last year, and an assistant he brought over that was there a while back is Nchiza will be the next head coach in the next 2 years. Nope. I beg to differ. I don't think Jen Chiz is going to be the next head coach. I think the next head coach is on the staff. The coach I want to see is Dre Blythe.
Dre Blythe?
Dre Blythe.
Got to meet him, too, when he was in Carolina. Nice dude. I may have a photo somewhere with him. We have a photo with him somewhere. But, yeah, good dude. Good dude. Not football related, but I think it's kind of funny that the Warriors just gave Jordan Poole a 4-year, $140 million extension.
What?
That's funny. Yeah, after Draymond Green punched the shit out of him, they just gave him a 4-year, $140 million extension.
All right, hold on. I made him kind of. I think we both all made him kind of mistakes. Let's see what Wake Forest is playing today. Oh, Wake Forest is playing. We just had it on here. I think. Who does Wake play today? Wake Forest. Let me bring it up here.
Hey Siri, who does Wake Forest play today?
Oh, they play. They don't play today. Wake Forest next game is October 22nd. They play Boston College. But the Louisville and Wake Forest game is on Saturday, October 29th, if that's what you're asking for, John. So Wake Forest don't play. The next game for Wake Forest is October 22nd at 3:30. Play Boston College at B&T Stadium in Wake Forest. Then they go on the road, go up to Louisville and play them on Saturday, October 29th. That game is TBD right now. Time to be determined.
TBD.
So, did I answer your question there? They don't play this week. Wake Forest are in Louisville, don't play this week. Wake Forest and Louisville don't play until October 29th. And then in between that, Wake Forest has got Boston College. So, all right. Well, we straight. I didn't miss anything. So. So, we're going to finish this up. We both got North Carolina winning the game against Duke. North Carolina keeps the bell. And Duke fans go home crying. But I'll give some to the Duke fans. And you mentioned it, too.
What's that?
We all give each other, we talk all junk to each other.
Yes, you do.
We talk junk.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta give both fan base props. And I'll tell you why I say this. And I haven't told anybody this. I haven't even told none of these groups this. But if you're watching this right now, you can record it and you can do it.
Shh, you're about to tell us.
My buddy from high school that we grew up together, he's a Duke fan. But we always talk to each other. We always give each other tough love when the game comes around. But after that, he's one of my closest friends in high school. He's one of my closest friends today. We talk all the time. We haven't lost that bond. We give each other hell. But sometimes when you're in tough situation, and I've seen it through my Facebook page because I am friends with some Duke fans out of the group on my Facebook page, is when my mom passed away, I had a lot of Duke fans, showing love and stuff like that, showing much respect. But after a football game, after a basketball game, when the game is over, and you're walking through the parking lot, you're not trying to wait for somebody to try to find out if you're going to be a fight with you and stuff like that. And sometimes it's so funny because you mentioned it. Duke and Carolina fans, we both give out beers to each other after the game's over. They'd be walking, they'd be like, here, man, you had a good game. Here, you had a good game. We throw beers to each other. That's one of the funnest time is I do tailgate when I go to Wallace Way Stadium. I tailgate when I go to Carolina. But when you tailgate at Wallace Way Stadium and in North Carolina with Duke fans, you tailgate together. It is so wild. It's so funny because you talk all that junk, and they say we hate each other, but we tailgate together.
I've seen it with my own eyes. I was like, what the hell? Let it go, Dre. Just let it go.
And you know why that is?
ACC crowd.
You know why that is? There's a lot of people that are Carolina fans that are married to Duke fans.
Oh, I found that out too, buddy. Oh, yeah. It's different down there. Different.
So, but anyway, the game is at Wallace Way Stadium at 8 o'clock. It's a primetime game on the ACC Network. It's the ACC Network's primetime game. I believe Carolina will win this game because I am a Carolina fan. I have heart and I have soul and I have back in my quarterback. And I will never pick against my team of North Carolina. So Dre will always, if he ever picks the other team, he'll always get a party. If Carolina loses, he gets a one-game advantage. But if Carolina wins, we both get the same advantage. So I see what he's doing. He's blocking me from going up one more game. So,
And we finished the show with 250 coins.
Yeah. So, so thank Robert for the 250 stars that we got today. Dre, you need to send me your hat with the wig on it. Gotcha. I will wear it on a show.
You're gonna wear it on the show. That's gonna be.
I will wear it on the show for her. And if I wear it on the show, we got 200. We got 200 We got 200 stars from Robert. Let's do a challenge here. You send me the hat. Let's see how many stars we get.
When you wear the hat,
and I wear the hat. That's the challenge. We're challenging our fans. We're challenging our fans right here. Get on Facebook. Send us stars. I will wear the hat.
Oh, that's gonna be too funny.
If you give me that, I will wear it on the show for the whole entire show, and see how many stars we can get with that.
Yeah, that's gonna be the thing, man. We're that's just the prototype. The finished product, hopefully be done soon. Hopefully, and they'll be available on the website DreMontez.com. So got that working in the
and Dre, if you need some advertisement, send it to my way. I will wear it out in town. I will actually wear it to a Jaguar game.
Uh-oh. Mama,
I will videotape it. I will videotape it and send it on my Facebook.
Video now. I'm blushing. Homecoming weekend, baby.
Matter of fact, Dre, I tell you what. You send it to me, I'll take it even further than that. I will wear it to the Florida and Georgia game.
Shut your mouth.
I will wear it to the Florida and Georgia game. I will wear it outside during the tailgate, walking around, videotaping and showing people's reactions.
And it's Halloween weekend. It fits right in. It makes sense, Ray. I'm gonna get that to you.
Get it to me. I'll wear it. I'll videotape it. I'll even wear it trick or treating too around town.
That's right. You got kids.
That's right. Yep. So let's see here. Are y'all all going to mention that terrible Baylor game last night? Oh, that West Virginia Baylor game.
No.
See the game? I didn't watch the game because it really didn't interest me. But if you look at it here, it's right here. It's the Thursday night game. Baylor lost 40-43.
They usually fall in November. Baylor does. Goodness.
Yes, Lee Corso has brought out the headgear, and it's Tennessee, baby. He's picking Tennessee to win. So that's bad news for Tennessee because every time Lee Corso picks, the other team wins.
This Ole Miss game just opened up on the SEC network. Well, it's on ESPN.
Yeah.
The first person they showed is just unbelievably hot. Mississippi, just a different breed of women down there, man.
Yeah, see, you got it right there. I'm watching on Hulu, so I'm like a few minutes behind. There,
you see her?
Yeah.
Yes.
Then they go to the man with the hottie toddy painted on his head. Hey, Dre, I tell you what. One Saturday, we got to find some time, and we have to do a football watch party together.
We'll figure it out.
Online, so.
We'll figure it out.
Hey, Dre, I found his fifth wife, LOL. Hey, dude, if you join the show, we come here on the All Sports All Plays Network, all the platforms, Roku TV. We soon be on Apple and all the other TV platforms. We are here at 9 a.m. on Saturday, every Saturday, breaking down college football all the way to noon. We went a little 12 minutes over overtime. We just had too much fun with this. We had Johns join us on the comments. We had Robert who came up and he put up 250 stars. So now I will wear Dre's hat and wig as soon as he sends it to me. I will wear that on the show for stars. I will.
That I saved. And I just put it on her.
So we'll do that. We'll see how many stars I can get when I wear it. And that's it. Dude, it's a good show, man. It's always a great pleasure to have you on the show. You're on the show. You're on the show with me every Saturday. Not just showing up when you want to. You're on the show every Saturday. And I give him the spotlight. I give him the what you call the warm welcome. I give him the warmest welcome ever. I give him the big shout out. I always bring Dre on in there. I'll send 1K stars if you have it on next weekend. Well, John, I'll tell you this: if Dre sends me that, if he sends it to me before Saturday, I will wear it Saturday for you.
Gotcha.
So we'll see how it does. We don't live in the same state. He lives in Missouri. I live in Florida. So, we got to send it by the mail. So we got to figure out the mail carrier system.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it all out. If I have it on, the 1K stars, that's the deal, bro.
Homecoming time, baby. Homecoming.
Dre, I hope you enjoy your homecoming. Drink all the. What are you drinking again today?
Cognac.
Yeah, I hope you enjoy your cognac. But still, again, the best name of football is Smoke that guy from Kentucky, Smoke Cavassier. Yeah, Cavassier Smoke. That's the best name in college football right now.
Gonna drink some Cavassier. I'm definitely gonna smoke.
Yeah. Hey, you got it. Great show again, guys. Thanks, John. John came back and said, you got it. Great shows again, guys. Yes, join us again. I am Ray. I am Dre. This is the All Sports, All Plays Network College Breakdown. See you next weekend. And we're going to be out of here in like 30 seconds. Do not find it.
All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we're making up plays. We're talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.